is a crackhead. You're definitely a crackhead.
Don't you point your fucking.
This nigga in the B-bag's a crackhead. What the hell is going on here? I'm the only normal nigga here.
Shut your ass up, nigga.
Fuck out of here.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright, calm down, crackhead. You
up.
chilling. Yo, give him some more crack. It might calm him down.
Nobody asked you, nigga.
Alright.
Yo, what happened to the pool?
Settle down, yo. We losing the plot.
We been losing.
Alright then.
Quiet on set.
I'm going to.
I'm getting lost in the sauce.
Alright, relax.
Sauce is still out.
This is not your first time. This is not the first time y'all was on the couch. Relax.
I'm so excited. The caption couch is very
This
not
picture
the
works.
couch.
Get wild.
Yep, throw it on.
Just don't work. It's just not here.
Throw it on. Put the captions over
What is
him.
that?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's a
All right.
person using.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag over here.
Welcome you guys to another live streaming podcast of the DDD podcast featuring your boy, it's Curls B, Shy King Meek,
I'm on camera, right?
my son Oz, nigga,
Nigga said,
you can see it,
this nigga's stupid.
and my boy Fluff. So to get, he's not in there or he is? All right, cool. So don't worry about it. So as you guys know, besides the fact of it being Father's Day, Pride, it's also Men's Mental Health and Awareness. So we was making sure we had enough to let you guys know that besides the first time, I think when we started like our 4 Sunday schedule that we got going on for you guys, between interviews, debates, and then probably game nights and fun shit, we're gonna be talking a little bit more about understanding who you are and understanding how different energy and flows affect who you are as an individual and the people around you. So before we get into all of that, I just wanted to make sure if you guys are making sure you're on top of your notifications, if you guys are subscribed, or if you guys are following us on either Twitch, YouTube, or IG, just make sure your notifications are off when we go live on Sundays. We're going to be bringing you at least 2 more stream days as usual, so make sure you guys are up and you're paying attention because we're going to be dropping some cool shit for you guys, alright? But as I said, just to stay on topic with what's going on regarding not even just men's mental health, just mental health in general, I wanted to see if we all had the same standpoint on identifying energy and understanding who you work around and who you work with. So I'm just gonna ask you guys a question, and you'll let me know who's in the right or in the wrong, and is it in a yes or no? Okay. All right, bet. How are you and your mic 15 miles away?
Me and my mic?
Yeah, you're far. All right, thank you.
I just gotta yell.
You not gonna yell.
You just gotta yell.
Niggas. All right, cool. So in this case, somebody that only comes around whenever you have something to give them. Do you think they're a good person? Yes or no? Just yes or no?
Nope.
Hell no.
Absolutely
I don't
not.
know. I gotta. No, I'm kidding. No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Somebody who is always around,
You can't see
but
my
doesn't
face.
want you, you don't want their company. Do you think that person is needy? Yes or no?
It's gonna affect the head.
It depends. It really depends.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
Wait,
they're
you actually
needy.
go?
Somebody who is always around, even though you may not want them there. Do you think they're needy?
I'll say
Wait, but do they know that I don't want them
no.
Nope.
there? Okay.
I'd say no.
Okay. And then for the last question is somebody who is literally only there when it's convenient for them. So that means that it's maybe a one-way communication, or if you up, they'll be around. But when you're down or you don't got shit going on, they never there. Do you think that is a person that cares about you?
No.
No. I wanted to try and find some. I'm thinking over here. Should I debate this? But no. It doesn't sound like it really.
Okay. So now the reason why I brought up these points is because a lot of people who don't consider the other side of things, or the people that they're engaging with, don't understand whether or not it's a matter of oh hey, I'm leaning too much onto somebody, or I'm taking advantage of them, and sometimes it's not intentional. It's just more of the fact of just oh well, I'm used to conveniency. I'm used to people taking up for me or looking out for me. So it's a matter of they got me regardless, And then people don't really reciprocate because they're what do I need to do? Why do I need to be here? My presence is enough. So in a lot of cases, it can go from relationships to friendships to even family. So now a lot of families are like that. So it's just like, yes, y'all may be cool, yes, supposed to be you scratch my back, I scratch yours. In a lot of cases, it's more of the fact of like, oh, I do this for you. You're supposed to do it regardless, and then you just eat that, nothing in return. Have you guys ever had like a really selfish family member, even if it's not intentionally?
Yeah, my sister.
I feel like most, like older, like maybe like family members feel that way. Even if they're like not your parent, like your mom or your dad, they feel like you gotta do shit for them. That's just how I feel. Like this, I feel like they just have that entitlement because like you're younger than me, so you just gotta do what I say.
Yeah, or it's like I'm not gonna listen to somebody who's younger than me. Type shit.
I need a brief synopsis of the question. I was taking care of the food.
No, it's good, man. It's like, do you feel like, especially considering the fact of like this one, do you feel like family members have that idea of like, okay, because we're family, that I don't have to do this for you, you have to do this for me, essentially.
Do I feel like they have that type of like mindset?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. They have that mindset. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say a lot of times it'll be like, hey, like for example, say if you're like when you're an adult, you're older, you might hang around, you might help out the fams, you might go see the old folks, see what's up with the, and be like, hey, can you do this for me? And you're like, of course. But then the second you say no, it's an inconvenience for them, and then they start to act as though, and they'll bring up other issues. They'll bring up stuff they used to do for you. They was like, you not gonna go to the store for me? I just wiped your ass, bro. I just came from like a fucking 20-hour shift. I'm tired. Like, I'm so sorry that I'm not gonna go put your numbers, bro. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that too. I remember my mom used to do that. Be like, can you go do this for me, please? And I'm like, no. And then,
Okay, so now, the other question is this: is it always a matter of like, I got you this time, so you're supposed to have me the rest of the times?
That's sort of what it sounded like when I was going through that with like just family in general. Cause like I don't want to get too deep into it because there's like a lot of shit that's gone on between. What is this nigga doing? But there's been a lot of shit that goes on between family members. Like, my brother still doesn't fuck with my aunt. There's like just like a whole lot of beef between family members, and I'm just like, and that's sort of why I don't really fuck with my family no more. Like, I just like I don't try and distance myself, but I just don't want to like involve myself because it's a little annoying. And sometimes their olden ways sort of seep out, and it's like, oh, do this, or oh, do this, and it's like, we talk back in this generation. Like, the fuck. But yeah, like, it was I want to say it was like that really when my mom was doing it. It was just like, oh yeah, I mean, like, you turned 18, you can't just do this for me. Like, she would always ask me like player numbers, or like when I turned 21, sometimes she would ask me to go get liquor for her. I'd be like, you know what? I'll do it just this once, but please don't ask me again. It's like, especially because when I turned 21, I wasn't really like I wasn't sitting comfortably and drinking like how I am now. Like, I was still in my awkward phase. So I was like, going to the liquor store, it's like you're preparing me to be an alcoholic, and I don't like that.
Don't worry, well, that's what I'm here for.
But yeah, you did it for me.
You're welcome. No, let me stop. But yeah, what about you, man?
I thought that was mainly a question for him.
No, it's in general. This is for all of y'all. All here, y'all. We're here.
What was the question again?
Oh my lord.
No, I mean, because he had a long answer, but
Yeah, he did have
for
a
that
long
one, I
answer.
thought it was more like just in response to his.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I'm saying.
in general, because this.
But it was kind of like you were asking, does it kind of just like they ask you one thing, they do one thing for you, and then they just expect you to keep doing stuff? Okay. I mean, I think it depends on No, honestly, in my family, I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. Like, you would do something for one person like one time, and like it's like okay, cool, he did this for me. Maybe like next time I got him or whatever, or like maybe I just like move on and like not ask again. But I know back then, like with my mom, like the family used to like rely heavily on her, so like she couldn't get like certain things for me and like my sister because she was like taking care of the whole family because she's a nurse. And I'm just like, why is she doing that? Like they're just leeching off. They're not gonna go and get jobs and do look better for themselves because they're leeching off of her. And then like me and my sister, we got older and we was just like the mean twins, apparently, because we don't want to like do that shit. Like I have my own money, I have my own life. I go and work and earn my own shit. You have to do the same thing. Like I can help you in certain cases, but once I realize you're just trying to leech off, I'm not doing it no more. So it's like you got to dead it at some point. And then people start to kind of get the hint, and then like you know what, let me work on my own shit because they're clearly not gonna help me out. It's like I can be so generous, but I still have to take care of myself at the end of the day. I have to think about my future as well, future kids, family, all that shit. And you can't thrive if you're doing that shit. So it's cooked.
Anyway, so how do you feel about that, girls?
Spot. You trying to respond for me though?
You
Over here, bro. I'm crying.
catch?
Alright. Alright, so are we talking about in general?
In
or we
general.
talking about-
It could be family, but it's people in general who
I
does it.
think it is like that. I'm not gonna lie, cause it's like, especially coming from your parents, like they feel like you have to do that for them, like, cause nigga, I made you, bro. Like you literally came for me.
But
So I
didn't
feel
ask
like,
you to.
so I feel like they feel that way, like you gotta do it for them. But yeah, that's just how I feel.
We hate the high and mighty sort of parent argument. Like it's like you came out of my balls and you came out of my pussy. Like
They
bitch.
always say that. Like, tell me your parents don't be like, yo, you know what I went through? I was a baby, blah blah blah. Like they always saying that shit. So it's like they definitely feel like you gotta do what they say.
It's like you were my most painful pregnancy, you dirty motherfucker.
I've never given this response to them, but like there was literally an adoption like house, like literally the next house over. I'm like, if y'all don't want to put up with that, y'all could have literally just put me and my sister there.
Now leave out
To be
here.
honest.
Put a little
Yeah,
ball
like,
in.
It's crazy.
you ain't
See,
wanted, put
literally
me in the
it's
system.
Right
Put me in
there.
the
I
system.
walk out the house, it's right there.
Oh look,
You want me to go there?
Some
I can
Mexican
go there.
babies
Go
in
live
there.
in the group home.
Like-
one, two.
Like
Juanita.
if you wanted to keep us, you have to do these things, or ACS is just gonna come and get us instead. So it's like I didn't ask for this. I'm just a fucking child. I don't know how to live my life.
ACS,
You brought me in here.
CPS, CVS, Wayne Reed, like what?
Lakers in 5. But yeah, so now just to tie it all back together. At what point in time does it become there's a difference between let me, do me this favor versus demanding. So for a lot of people's lives, it hits a certain time point, a certain age where you're like, all right, this sounds less of a let me do you that favor, and like, hey, look, can you, do this for me? After a certain point in time, I feel like it should be like an established boundary of like, space and growth. The whole point of them helping you grow, shelter, and develop is not for the simple fact of just like, oh, this person's bonds and everything in between, but it's supposed to be more of a fact of just like, all right, now that I've hit this age, so I can be responsible, and you taught me the traits and everything to be necessary and like, work there. Saying no should not automatically mean disrespect. Saying no should not mean that I don't take care of you, or I'm not indebted to you, or that I'm not going to take care of you in that sense, but it means that I have my own priorities in life that I need to focus on.
Yeah.
So now, I believe that this stems from like a home thing. Where now it translates to a lot more in terms of like how we deal with people and like how relationships go. Because now, say you and you with your shorty, right? And shorty's been catered to this whole time. So like at first maybe you did things out of courtesy because you're like, oh my parents told me to look out for your people for certain aspects and things. But now you slowly notice people start tracking things, like their energy changes. There's a little bit more disrespect and authority in their tones because they're like, hey yo, could you drop this off to the washer for me for sure? 2 days later, why you ain't dropped this off at the washer? Hold on now. This was a favor. It became less of you asking and more of you demanding. At what point in time do you
She come home and she wake me up and she like, why the fuck did you like over here in the kitchen? Like I was thinking about cooking. Now I don't even want to cook no more. And I'm like, that sound like a you problem, bro. Like you ain't have to clean up my mess. You could have just put it to the side and I would have cleaned it later. Like we don't do things how y'all did things in your house. We do things how we do things in our house, the way we grew up and do. Like she recently decluttered the windowsill and I put my sneakers up there to dry because I've washed them. She's like, yo, take your shit off the windowsill. And I'm like, I ain't here a can. I ain't here a can you. So I'm like, no, thank you. They're still drying. She was like, why can't you use your windowsill? Do you see my windowsill? I got a bottle of Fireball. I got a cup. Shut up.
This is my mini bar right here, God damn it.
I got a bottle of Fireball. I got a cup. I got a book. I got tools. Like, what? Come on.
Knowledge.
Shut the fuck up. I got that bottle of Fireball with me right now. You want some, bro?
This nigga. But yeah, all right. Well,
You say where's it at?
Say no more. I got
like
you.
the distinctive thing of like asking and telling. Like, yeah, have you dealt with that recently from like a partner wise or anything too, when it's just more of like a less of a hey, can you do this, and like why isn't this done?
No, I mean, in a relationship, like when it comes, like let's say y'all are like living together, and like maybe there's like a mess or something, that's just like making the house like harder to like maneuver in. Those are cases where I can like understand like I need to do better myself too. But like overall, I don't feel like I've had recent interactions like that. Like in the past, it's probably like my older cousin. I just felt like I had to do everything for her, and I'm just like I don't have to do that. And then she would just be mad about the shit, and I just distanced myself from her, and like barely see her, like never really talk to her either, because I'm like, who told you was like in charge of me? Like I'm already an adult, and you're here trying to like push me around and shit. I'm like, that's just not happening. Like if I was a wild man, I'd probably put you on your ass. To be honest, there's other guys in the family already did that shit.
Niggas said, nah, I'm not trying to be like DM. But yeah, so this is why like I wanted to bring this up, because after it bridges from one spot, it goes to the next, to the next, and to the next, and depending how you deal with that transition of like working with people and understanding like tone and energy towards things, is where we'll be able to have like a healthier depiction of like what's going on and what's like negative and positive in terms of energy.
Yeah.
A lot of people may have like, I'm not gonna call it, well for now I'm gonna put it as a false pretense of like, hey look, I'm being good, I have a good intention for you, but it's more the fact of, hey, I want you to do something for me. Hey, I want. Oh shit, yo, what's going on, honey?
Yo,
My boy, what's going on, you blessed fam? Shit, son, I love it when the heat pops out. Yo, bro, we been straight, brother. We been straight. We been trying to keep up, bro. This weather outside is crazy. Wait a minute, ain't it hotter where he at?
well, he's in Texas, right?
Bro, you better got like 3 ACs on, bro.
It's dumb hot over there.
Bro, you better be like watching this from your bathtub full of ice or something, bro. Like, yeah, facts, bro.
Take a cold shower real quick.
Nah, bro, you live in that shower, bro. Hell yeah. You know we still out here doing that thing, bro. You know it's much love, man.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you, gang.
Yo, come on.
Nigga said CIA watching y'all.
Again? Yo,
That's,
bro.
Kingsley, right?
Bro, Kings, if you in here, bro, you know you gotta say what's up, bro. What you?
CIA is crazy.
Why you lurking, gang? Like, say what's up. Come on now, you know you're part of the fam, bro. Come on now. Don't be like that, gang. Come on now.
The NCIS.
He said light bill is usually $465 this month, gang.
God damn. Oh, all right.
Usually like 200.
I wonder why.
They are running up that AC.
Bro, if we could grill a steak on your front porch, bro, that's a problem, bro.
Nigga said hi cuties. Hey yo. Thank you.
Oh, it's him. Ah, it's
Thank
because he
you,
got the
King.
cut. Ah, shit. This nigga, we get it, Piccolo.
man.
We get it.
Look, I was really watching Piccolo Aura Farm before I got.
That's he told you, bro. He was practicing. He was like, all right,
Watching Piccolo Aura Farm?
bro. He's gonna take
He
the
was-
helmet off
bro,
slowly and
He was
shit.
standing there. He was standing there, arms crossed,
Ah,
back
shit.
slightly
Ah,
arched.
shit.
Hey,
Hey,
yo.
wait.
There was a girl walking right by. I was like, bet. Here's my time to shine.
Did you get her? Did you get her?
I wasn't looking.
Ah, this guy.
All that,
I was
just-
just
That's how
farming.
you aura
He's
farm,
just
bro.
farming, yeah,
don't
you gotta-
look.
Just farming.
You don't look. The cool guy don't look explosion type shit, you know.
See the cut, Kurt. Do you see the cut?
see
Yeah,
the-
nah,
Should've
he
saw when
was
I
gonna
took
be
the
on
helmet
bullshit.
off.
He was gonna be on bullshit. I should have expected it.
Yeah, you're right. Let me stop.
Bro's lineup is crisp. Like,
Nah, I'm not gonna
Hell
lie.
yeah.
Yeah, that shit is good.
That shit is crisp, bro.
Cut, bro.
Yo,
It's
bro.
white.
Get the hat, bro. Get this nigga a hat, bro. All right, but
aren't you hat guy?
it's somewhere, bro. No comment, bro.
Who's
You
hat
seen
guy?
what happened to my birthday hat? But yeah, so let's get back to it. I'm about y'all. But you know, this is what I'm saying, because now it's just like, all right, we need to have that like healthy like establishment of like how people talk and engage, because now there's way too many false pretenses, and then now it's just like that's what leads into a lot more manipulation, a lot more gaslighting, a lot more like using people, and then a lot more justifying it or just letting it rock because it's not to the same degree. Like, for example, somebody that's always pulling up, like, let's just say they always come to your crib just to eat food, and then that's it. Do you consider that? Hold on. Do you consider that a form of like, you know, taking advantage of somebody just coming over?
Okay, but when
Depends on their situation.
Okay.
Alright, when they come and eat food, right? That's the only thing they do. They don't talk to you.
Yeah, they like.
So they just come in my fridge and eat my food. At that point, it's my fault for just letting them in. Cause how they getting in?
They used to.
Again,
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, my fault.
No, brother, go ahead.
It depends on the situation. Cause like I got a friend. I ain't going name names, but I'm pretty sure you know who it is, Shy. You know, pretty dumps.
You know, you don't need no specifics. Just finish up, bro.
He don't come over just to eat my food, but I don't mind if he come over just to eat my food, cause like bro is in a bad way, and I get what he's going through. Like low key, I used to sleep on the floor and scrounge. I would eat toast sandwiches, my nigga. The struggle
Nigga
was
just
real.
toast.
So like, I understand what he's going through. So it's like if you let a nigga in and he's struggling and he's just coming over to eat your food and then dap you up and leave, I got no problem. But if that nigga ain't struggling and he just coming over to eat your food, then you get the fuck out of my house. Like, what you
Okay.
doing?
What about you, gang? How do you feel about that? Well, do you consider that like, you know, a form of taking advantage of something?
I mean, there has to be a time frame for when you're gonna get back up on your feet and get up out of my fucking house.
Nigga said, bro, get out my fridge.
It's like,
It's entirely dependent on
I'm
what
good.
they're doing. But
Yeah.
I'll let
like
you
they
know.
have to be taking, like actively taking steps to actually get themselves a job and make their own money again. If you're just like literally just sitting on my couch, You're pulling up to come eat my food and then fucking dip. Why the fuck? I'm spending my money for you.
Nigga said you my girl.
Imagine, yeah. Like, you might be my girl at this point.
Is it a girl?
No, it could. I mean, look, bro.
If it's a girl,
Here we go. Here we go.
Unless you literally not doing anything, then I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, you gotta go.
So
but I got a question
go.
for you. What if they're actively still trying to get on their feet, but their job don't pay them much?
I'll help you get a different job. I'm like, yo, pull up to my job. Like, I'll hire you. What the
100
fuck?
said, my OG once told me niggas will steal from you because they know you love them and you won't step on them like an other nigga would or how police is.
Yup.
I'll step on you. Don't worry.
Hey, yo, why you said it like that?
Whoa.
Why
It
you
wasn't
said it
in
like
that
that,
type of
brother?
way.
I
Yo.
do agree with Ozzy though. Like if I know they're trying to like, if they're actively like trying to like better themselves, but they're still like struggling because I mean
It
niggas
should
still
be like that.
struggle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm a give them my food, yeah. But if they're not doing nothing at all, then nigga, get out of here. Nigga, you pretty much like a hobo in the street, nigga.
Freeloader.
You just got access to food.
Wasn't that me before I started working at Whole Foods? I was like, I lost access to Uber Eats, and I literally had like no other job. I'm like, where the fuck am I making my money from? And I was laying in my bed just fucking starving. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm eating my ceiling right now. I'm just looking at this
Dry
The
wall.
popcorn
like, this
flakes and
tastes
shit. Niggas like,
amazing. I think Shadi was like, yo, pull up, we'll get you food. And I was like, bet. And I was looking for a job though. I'm just like, I ain't got shit right now. So it's like, obviously I wasn't just like going there to chill and eat up the food that his mom make all the time. But I'm like, I need to find some shit for myself. Cause I don't like to like just leech off of people. That's not me. Like I want to have my own shit.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what 100 said the perfect thing. It's just like the whole point of having like a unity and family and like how he's talking about pre-establishing energy and intention is like, hey, look, my family got to make sure we straight. These are bonds that shouldn't be broken. And then obviously, while you're growing up, you're testing the different boundaries, different rules, things that are okay and aren't okay. So the person that knows you so well be so quick to start taking and doing the most because they're like, oh yeah, nah, you family, you wouldn't just put me out. You wouldn't just do me dirt. It's like, that's why he's like, yo, those will be the first people to start trying to trifle, get on your energy, and mess with your shit because they're like, yo, bro, you ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Sorry, they got me weak in the chat.
Oh, shit.
He said, 100 said, God bless those who can communicate, but the deaf, dumb, and blind have to be taken care of too. And he said, W. Shifel, he gave my mom a Lambo. I don't know.
W Mans, bro. W
No,
Mans.
bro,
Shadi's that rich
W-
friend.
W
W Mans,
Shotty?
bro. W Shotty, bro. W Shotty.
Bro, look at this
Hell yeah,
man
bro.
right here. You
Hell
see
yeah,
him?
bro.
Yo, you giving out Lambos, bro?
Like, where's mine, bro?
He gave it away.
Yeah, he gave his mom his Lambo, bro.
Oh, hell yeah, yo.
He gave you a loan?
W Mans.
Gave me bananas.
Yeah, because you're a monkey.
That's crazy. I'm not hearing nothing from you, you charcoal chip.
It's crazy.
But yeah, nah. So now that we're like, we all have like a pre-established thing of like things that aren't okay to like a minor degree, and certain things that can be seen as taken advantage of. Then let's try to get like a little bit higher towards things. So now I'm gonna amp it up a little bit more. So it's say it is not your partner, but somebody you're in a situation with. But they also tend to like, going out to fancy dinners, high-end restaurants, and, basically splurging and spending your money. But y'all are not together. They do not respond back as often, and y'all see each other maybe like 2 to 3 times a week. Do you? I'm serious. I'm so serious.
I'm gonna need you to repeat that again.
No.
I'm serious. What's up?
It's just because the way you phrase that, it's not even the way you phrase that, because I know exactly what you said, and I know exactly what you mean. No.
So you,
No.
So no. Hear me out.
Because you said it again, I wanna make sure I'm not bugging.
So we went from like I said, a smaller level of like, I'm not gonna say being used, but like, being functioned as like, utility versus as a person. Now it went from like, oh yeah, nah, yo, can you run to the store for me? Run to the store for me. And now it's just more of a matter of this person is obviously seeing how you're moving, and they're like, okay. So now you see this person 2 to 3 times, so out of the month. and so I'm gonna say it's a partner to make this a little bit, or somebody you're in a situation with, you're not fully together.
Yeah.
But they like going out, they like spending your money, but they don't communicate well with you. Do you feel like that would be another example of like somebody using your energy or using you?
Yeah, in a sense.
Okay.
Definitely.
As a wise man once said, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't fucking with no broke nigga.
Same shit.
But I'm assuming that like you at least getting like play here, right?
Barely. I'm gonna be real with y'all. The reason why I'm saying this,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
not
It
even
has
about
to be-
potential. I'm saying like in terms of engagement, as in like I may link up every now and then, and you kind of fucking.
You kind of are like
You kind of fucking, not really. Though.
kind of.
Yeah, not.
Crazy.
She's not jacking you that much, bro. This is what I'm saying. So now, the reason why I'm saying this is because a lot of relationships, not even situationships. Hey, brother, you can come on down, man, and get this shit's up to you. What's up? What's up?
The shoes.
Yeah, no carpet. You straight. But yeah, so a lot of times, man, the situation will be, yes, we are involved, and then the other person's side of things. Oh yeah, we at that point of the relationship, the friendship or whatever, where I can rely on you, where I can like for the convenience of me, have you do these things because you will do them for me because we established this good rapport, we have this good relationship. So now you're going to do these things for me. I'm going to ask, but it's more of a matter of demanding. So if you want to see me, we gonna have to go out to eat. Oh, I only have time if you want to go to some movie, or you want to go somewhere nice. Oh yeah, no, we could do something. Did you get my birthday gift? Did you get my anniversary gift? Did you get my? Okay, I can come see you. Oh, come on down, brother. Come on down.
What's up?
Welcome my brother back onto the couch, man.
How we doing?
Yo, brother, we are all good, my man.
Chilling. Nice.
Yo, y'all know when we gotta come in stepping. Y'all know what it is, y'all.
Let's go with it.
I am so glad you came in through today, my man. I'm
You
so
already
glad.
know. We feeling cool today.
Hey, man,
Let's
it
get
better be shit. Turn the AC back on then. Man, shit. Hell yeah.
Oh wow.
Give him, yo, bro.
Game 7 at home.
Give it to my boy. Shout out to SGA out there.
SGA went off too.
My son, say what y'all want about that merchant. Get that man his MVP. Stop playing with him. But yeah, so now I'm gonna ask you this because I don't know if you said for the first half of this one. Not.
Oh, no, I'm in the chat. He said casting couch vibes.
All right, that's not what we're doing on this couch, bro.
Time out.
Slow down there.
Yo,
Come on,
man.
keep your shirt and your pants on, buddy.
Yeah, let's relax.
gotta chill,
Let's
man.
relax.
But yeah,
Oh, you typed him out?
yeah.
We ready
Come
to-
on.
Stop it.
Come on.
Yeah.
You typed him
Rewind.
out.
I'm dead.
Listen, I get it. It's Pride Month, but we don't
I
do that over
here.
here.
For real.
But yeah, so this whole like segment that we're gonna be doing is gonna be understanding like personal energy, and then avoiding being used and like identifying how your energy is being used. Have you ever like been in a situation where somebody has like at first it wasn't too obvious, but like it was after a while you caught on, it's just like, hey, look, you're not seeing me as often, our conversation ain't as enriching as in deep, and it's less of a fall off and more of a like, okay, you want something out of me that's either like monetary versus actual, anything.
Yeah.
So do you see that more with family, friends, or in relationships?
I'd say it's definitely in all of them a factor in a lot of different relationships in general, but I think romantic relationships, that is something that happens a lot, especially just like a transactional nature where it doesn't really go based off of your connection with somebody. It could be just off of, oh, you look good, you have that, all right, that's the deal. And I see that happen a lot for sure.
So how about this? And this is a question for everybody here. Do you think we should keep this nigga?
Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
Hey, oh wait.
Nah, goddamn it. But do you think it's okay if we continue normalizing like dating or like courting in a like a, I guess they say, transactional or like a more monetized?
You know what? Now I'm really thinking about it. He's kind of right. Like everything's really like relationship is kind of transactional, really. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Facts.
Like I'm really just thinking about that shit.
Yeah, man.
Like for real. Like the girl just might want your attention, but you just trying to crack. Like
Facts.
Like,
At the end of the day, though, it's I do want other things too, but I do want to smash. Like at the end of the day, like
So
that's definitely number one priority.
in a generation of bops and situationships, I'm a lover boy. I'm a lover boy. So
Facts.
I don't like, when I fall hard.
I feel that.
But I don't, which is why I don't want to normalize the transactional nature of relationships. I want to go back to the days where relationships where I'm with you for you and not for what you have or for what you look like. You know? Yeah, no. I know that.
Yeah,
and
Go ahead.
we may never go back to those good old days, but we can dream, or at least I can dream. I don't know many other lover boys, but
one second.
Go ahead.
100 said Pepper
like
was
this.
clapping cheeks 5 times a day with his gold digger. You gotta be strategic with the gang. Laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways to go about it. Like, I feel like I could be a lover boy to more than one person, and that's okay. Like, even if there's ways to do it with respect, where even it's like, all right, this person at this time, and then if things are hot at one point, then it might fade, and then it's on to the next.
Absolutely, I love both of my wives.
I love both of my wives.
Life goes on. You know what I mean?
What's up?
Chang Bang, what's up?
What's going on? How we doing, bro? Welcome up, my mans. I'm glad you chopped on in to see what's the vibes looking like. But for sure, because I'm gonna be real with you. I understand for a matter of like, hey, look, this is about reason and intention for things, but like, where are we gonna put to like the good and like the bad?
He said, yeah, I'm poly gang, so we doing that lover boy options.
He said options.
Yes, sir. Line them up and select.
Look,
For sure.
That's what girls been doing.
I know,
Like,
bro,
actually,
and
girls
like
got mad options. So.
shorties be looking like unlockable characters out here, bro.
Yo,
like, what
actually.
we talking?
Nah, that's real though. I walk outside, I see 5 of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my whole life.
Choose your
every
fighter.
day. Like, just walk outside, I'm like, wow, she's bad. She's
For
bad.
real.
Both of them are bad. Oh my gosh.
And
just walk into the store.
don't get me started. We in New York.
You want to know what's funny? It always be the random McDonald's employees.
Dude, wait, what are you
Like-
Somebody you never guess.
Like shorty do a 180 and it's like damn. Like,
Yeah, they be out here, like everywhere.
But yeah, no, cause so now my whole thing is this.
It's hard to choose.
Oh. He said
He
3.
said,
What's
he
up?
said no bullshit on 3 right now, going on 4. 100
4.
said that. And then Chang Bang said, I just want my girlfriend to have a girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, every girlfriend deserves a girlfriend. All right,
I don't know about you, but that
That's
nigga sound like he trying to sit in the cuck chair. Like,
Whoa, wait a minute.
Nah,
He
nah,
in
hold
there. It's a little something going on for all of them.
Yeah.
Come on now. Why do you think he said he's 3 going on 4? But my bad, y'all.
Yeah, he said
That's real.
it's like Pokemon out here. That's
Oh nah.
Gotta catch them all.
Alright, I gotta get to him. You right.
For real, man.
yeah, let's get
But
back
yeah,
on topic.
my bad, y'all. But yeah, so now,
I guess.
yeah, like transactional and energy wise is fine. So where do y'all put like the certain levels of which you engage with people? Is transactional okay? Is emotional okay? Is physical okay? And is sexual okay? It could be like a yes or no. Like you could put like those in a yes area or those in a no area. So where would you put yours?
Repeat the options again.
Yes. So it's transactional.
Transactional,
It's emotional.
emotional,
It's sexual.
sexual.
And the last one's gonna be more like what was the last one, Curly? My bad.
You said physical.
Yeah, physical. So
So define.
as in a yes and a no category, is which you would allow to be, I guess, used or somebody to have access from you from.
Define physical though.
Verse sexual. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times people will like be around with you. People will like be in your circles. people will
like
be in
somebody
your
who will
space.
engage with you in your spaces and
Yes.
like be present.
Just wanna be
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Want the
So
energy.
Yeah, you go. Yes.
That's like 5 categories, by the way.
Shit.
Like,
My bad, bro.
I don't remember all of them. I'm not gonna lie.
he said emotional, physical, sexual, and transactional.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm putting transactional and sexual in no.
And no?
and emotional and physical. In
Chang
yes.
Bing said, "Are we talking workplace relationships?"
Yeah, I feel like it depends. There's so many.
No comments.
Wait, yo, bro. You know what, bro? We're gonna answer yours right after this one. Let's give a quick little.
Get your meat. Where you get your bread?
The grocery store. Anyway.
No comment.
But
A wise man once said, "Don't shit where you eat."
Thank you.
yeah. Your kitchen and your bathroom is in the house, by the way. Just throwing that out there. But yeah. So where would you put yours?
Yes to all of them.
Yes to all of them. So you
Yeah.
would allow somebody to have access to all of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Same.
If it's something I agree upon, what they're using it for, if I gain
Yeah.
something too, all right,
Yeah.
that can work out.
Okay.
I feel like it depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends.
That's what I'm asking. Like, and in most cases, like how you court, perceive, or talk to people. It's like which four you like. Okay, nah, I'll let this rock.
You just have to see how it benefits you too.
Yeah.
Like, all right, what's the, even if I use a resource or whatever, I
Right.
lose something now, or I mean, it depends. Like, you don't want to end
All
up in,
right,
like,
so
a
you know
Diddy
what? Yeah,
situation.
hold on.
You get
Let me
used like
move-
that just
let
to
me
get a
move
record deal. Like, that's a
transactional.
lot. You know what I mean? But if it's not crossing any lines,
Okay.
so maybe yeah, sexually might be no.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
In that way.
That's fair, bro. I can see that. And then you said you wanted to shift yours.
Yeah, I want to move transactional into yes because you
I think
didn't
everything else is yes,
specify
yeah.
the kinds of transactions. So
Yeah.
like
I do
okay.
this. Yeah. Come on.
Oh, okay. So then I'm
Yeah,
moving
you make a
transactional back in
transaction.
no.
Niggas are, All right. So if you want to talk about that, since we do get a direct
We
request.
got more. He said,
Go ahead.
Kingsley just bullshitting. He said, but what do y'all like and let's do? That's what he said.
We're skipping Kingsley.
And then Changbei said, you know, Pokemon can have two different types. This kind of sounding like the poly relationship theory.
Oh damn.
Mm.
So I guess we'll do the first one and then the second one. I do believe, depending on like where you are, because I've seen a lot of people in the same force, like firefighters, police officers, so on and so forth. They'll be together. They'll get together. So I think it's okay. I don't think you should necessarily get together with somebody if you're in an environment where there's a lot of quick direct interactions where people don't actually like each other. It's just more like a, hey, this person is there, or we might find each other attractive situation, because then you run into a lot more issues. Because it's just like, all right, we not really cool, but she thick as fuck and I see her every day, so I'm gonna go hit. You know, it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So I mean, but
Looking like a double
that
wide
extra.
surprise.
When you're just
Exactly.
sitting around waiting and you
and-
going to work parties and you
Shake Bang also
turn
said
up.
celebrities always date each other. That's kind of like being a coworker.
oh yeah, 100%. But they shit don't really work out. Like,
Nah, it
what the
doesn't
fuck?
work
That's
out.
Yeah,
that's
that
a prime
doesn't-
example.
But I think they do that just because like they know like the other person is rich. So
they
know,
understand each
like-
other.
Yeah, I feel like they understand each other better than like a regular person.
I think their values of what they will let the person have access to is like basically like the same. They're like, all right, you already check all 4 boxes. Now it's just a matter of vibes.
I know
Yeah.
I don't follow that coworker shit.
I have no idea
No
what you're talking
comment.
about.
Nah,
bro.
but in regular life now, I feel like if you working like a job and you got a coworker, or even if they are bad, I feel like you got to take your time. That's like the biggest thing. Think you go through 3 hours of online courses and everything just to actually get the job and pass all these Title IX different codes and regulations.
The mandatory.
They take it mad serious. Like even getting into a relationship, you got to see. Wait, are we just coworkers or is that my manager? Oh wait, hold on. What's the situation here? You know what I mean? Like
Are you
on the
gonna
clock,
abuse your
off the
power?
clock.
Like-
Like
Chamberlain also said you gotta be in the same level to really be partners in a relationship.
facts.
But I will challenge this thinking. In terms of being on the same level, I've said this like several times. Everybody 100% is not going to be the same. Some people not going to be at like, hey, we're giving 50-50 each time. And if it's talking more of like, monetary value, this is the reason why I said there's at least 4 different aspects you can look at when you want to engage with somebody and what they'll give access to. Because some people might not have that monetary value, but they have the other 2 or 3, and then you fill in that one they don't have. I feel like you're 100% spitting on like they got to be middle ground and meeting, but it's more like it is varies case to case, because we can't say for this one girl who's just like, I just really want somebody who wants to love, appreciate her, versus one girl that's like, hey, I really want somebody to take care of me. Clearly what they're prioritizing, what they're looking for are entirely different. The only basis of like what is the same will be you. So it's just like, well, what do you have to offer, and what are you willing to give them in exchange to keep this level, at that same spot,
True. I mean, there's value in different things. Because I'm thinking about it. There's traditional relationships where it is like, oh, the guy is the breadwinner and he supports and provides and protects and just has everything on lock. But at the same time, the woman stays home and cooks and cleans, takes care of his kids, things that actually do cost mad money. So if that's the transaction, it's like, okay, that works out. Like, there's value there, even if you don't work. But as things have modernized and women are working too, now it's like, all right, we're both out working. So then it's just like, get to the bag, but what is the balance of that? Because you still want the guy to do everything, and then you're working too. Wait, hold on. How does that work? You know what I mean? You gotta figure something out. Like,
you gotta find the stay at home cheat code. You know,
you at work all day, and I bought your nails.
What are you talking about? How much?
Like, if you have a job, like
$75
every
for
now and then,
what?
but like, do expect it, and you were at work all day. I'm at work all day. You know what it's like. Like, let's meet in the middle somewhere now.
There we go. It's crazy how it's crazy how people don't like to meet in the middle thing, which is interesting. But I guess we could delve into that a little bit later. But
Probably off camera.
I mean, however y'all want to do that, I ain't tripping.
Look, we ain't got that much time.
You just got to talk about it though. Like, every person is different. Like, everybody has a different tolerance for, like, all right, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to accept? So you got to have those conversations and like make sure the person you're with and you have to be on the same page of your book. No one else even has to read it, but like you two need to be right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think like on a relationship like basis, that's like how it should be. And yeah, it's difficult depending on how people communicate, but it's definitely should at least be like the grounding, like the ruling of like how you go about things, because it stems and it starts from different spots and locations. That's why literally we keep trying to circle it back to like, hey, look, it's not just relationships, it's your family, it's your friends, it's how these people who you like consider, if they see you move a certain type of way or energy with somebody else, they want to be in that same spot, that presence, to eventually get access to those things. That's why we gotta have like a good diction between, hey, this is what I give to my people because I fuck with them, I love them, versus, hey, you've seen somebody else get good, now you want to get what they got. So now it's just a matter of like, okay, well, we good. Where your attentions and where the shit lie.
He said, audio sounding nice, boys. That's Alex.
Hey, my boy!
Oh shit!
Yo, what's good, Alex? Yo, for sure, man. Hell yeah, my son. Man, shit, yo.
Thanks for hooking us up.
You gonna have to get back on that couch, man. Not me, sorry.
Hey, yo.
Why you said it like that, bro?
Hey.
Why you said it like that?
Why you make?
Nah, see, now they think it's a casting couch.
Nah, they think I had
Get me off this couch.
Hey, you the one who said it like that, bro. It's not even me.
He's like, what's going on here? My bad, yo. But yeah. So now I wanted to get into some of the stuff. I mean, Shawty, you can start pouring the drinks up now. Go get the cups ready. This nigga's he feeling.
I didn't even know that was a vibe.
That's what I said. I guess we still doing the drinks. What's
Alex
up?
said, hey, yo, I don't want to be homophobic, but...
He's like, I ain't getting back on the couch like that.
He's like, first of all, you know that's listen. We don't do that on this couch. Y'all do that on the other one over there.
We do not do that on these couches.
Not on these couches. But
that's crazy.
But yeah, so the other half of things is more like, now that we have like a general basis of like, okay, these are things that we're okay with. These are things that happen. It's predominant in society. These are the energies that we want present or energies we don't want present. The main thing now is going to be more a matter of like distinguishing like, you know, internalized issues versus external issues. So, Shawty, before you do that, could you pull up, I think it was either 13 or what numbers did I give you? Yes, that was one of them.
Alright.
Oh God! All right.
Testing his memory.
All right, look, bro.
Nah, it's funny as hell.
We didn't even start drinking yet. That's
Nah,
why I'm like,
you
come on
gotta
now.
plant it in his head like he's a sleeper agent.
I can't.
You gotta put a chip in his head.
It was 13. What was 13?
Is suffering necessary for personal growth and development?
Okay.
Probably repeat that.
Yes. So one of the prompts that I was gonna have you guys answer today is suffering, like, you know, beneficial for growth and development. Do you? Yeah. Thank you. Necessary.
I don't think it's necessary, but I think it plays a key factor in growth in a lot of individuals. Because I don't know. I think as human beings we become complacent. We start to like chill and like take the easy route until like shit gets hard. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm fucking up. Like my life is hard. I need to do this. Like you see the people that's doing better, and you start to get like that motivation and that drive to like actually try and like improve your life now. But like there's some people that's just like they just know what to do. I say they're just prodigies in life. But I think it's more common for people to like need suffering to actually like develop more, and not everybody really develops properly under pressure too. So it really depends on your character.
So are we counting suffering as like a loss? Like
Yes.
okay, yeah. Then I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just pick it back on what he said. Like, there's some people that just got it, like they just know what to do. Like, not everyone's built like that, but I feel like most people, they do need that suffering. They need that loss so they can learn from it and like build from that. So yeah, I would say people like you need to suffer for sure.
The people who you're talking about specifically are probably 1 in 10 million. You're not going to see that often. Everybody who's doing good in life has at some point struggled, and that is to varying degrees of suffering, you know, whether it be the loss of a family member, a failed business, falling out with certain people in your life. That is always going to make you a better person, especially at a younger age. When you're young and vulnerable, it forces you to mature quickly. Hopefully you don't have to do that and go through all that suffering when you're younger. I do not advise that, like parents do this with their children, because my older brother went through that. He grew up very quickly. He had to for the family. But suffering is necessary to build character, 100%.
Alex said, I like to say that suffering is a universal language.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
If there's anything that taught me about that, it's Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, they went through it.
That was a lot.
They
And
went through
then
it.
to be 100% transparent.
Them niggas went through that shit.
Look, to be like high key transparent about things, it's more of a matter of understanding, like, the wins and losses, understanding where your boundaries are, the difference of like how life can affect you and the people around you, how they move during these situations, that'll help you prosper and like have a better energy and like a knowledge, understanding of like life is difficult. Yes, some people got it. Yes, some people don't. But if I'm not able to like learn from these things, view these things, or at least have that inkling so I can have that empathy and that sympathy, I'm not gonna go nowhere. That's where the complacency comes from. That's where a lot of people leaning on things too long comes from. It's less of a, hey, I'm looking out for you, I got your back. It's more of a, hey, I'm draining you, I'm taking from you. You don't know how to say no. You're used to the suffering. Now you can't get away from this because I'm dragging you into my own personal ones. If you don't have that level of, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, you got to make it out the mud. No, I'm saying like, hey, look, apply those feelings that you had, the situation that you learned from being in a negative or down position where you might have suffered. Use that to your advantage to be like, you know what? I'm a person too. You're a person too. I see where we're coming from. Either you're fucking with me on these things or you're fucking with me. And I'm not letting that second one slide.
Yeah.
So, but.
Nah, that's real. And honestly, when I think about suffering, I think about pain. And
Like the character? No, I'm kidding.
but even his reasoning, like,
Oh, yeah, facts. His reason was
well, that's a whole tangent.
Yeah,
that
facts,
shit-
facts, facts. That was.
Yeah,
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, facts.
Facts.
We be there all day.
But like, there's so many types. Yeah, like there's emotional pain, like you said, like the loss of a family member or somebody close to you, and actually going through that type of pain. Like going through that makes you, like you said, have to grow up, have to go through an experience that no one should, and that really can shape your character in a way. But even mental pain, like going to school and grinding on something like that, that's the type of pain that people go through to get to a point you become a doctor, a lawyer, something like where you live. Even physical pain, like think working out, like your muscles growing, that's you literally like shredding your muscles and it has to grow back. Like that pain you're going through, and no matter what you do, it's like you have to put in the work. So to answer the question, I mean, I feel like you can be successful without having to suffer. Like there's a lot of people, there's Nepo babies, people that get trust funds, whatever, where you're lit no matter what. You didn't do a single thing, you don't have to lift a finger, and you're just like living the best life ever. Mm-hmm. They might be or seem successful, but that doesn't mean they've grown or they're developed. So I feel like to get to that point, you have to go through some suffering.
They're successful, but they're not succeeding.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like it, but they're not going anywhere. They're just here, but it's stagnant. They're not going anywhere else. They're not doing anything to push it. So that's what sets it apart.
Oh, for sure. Well, Shawty, we all straight? All right. Hey, look, y'all.
Bet.
Oh, shit, he put
Yeah,
everybody's name on this?
me-
Yeah.
All right. Don't mind if
Y'all
I
trying
do.
to sing my drink?
Oh, good looks.
Nah, I'm gonna drink it for you. You don't have to. Let me get that
Yeah,
now.
right.
Oh, damn.
That's
All right, y'all. So
What we got here?
I know we got a little late on our drunk segment, but hey, look, DDD Classic, y'all.
It
What's up?
smells kind of
Yo,
sweet.
Hell
It's
yeah,
a
this shit
wine.
smells like sweet.
Definitely a wine.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's
You
a
know
it's
what?
a what is it? It's a red.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, you know what?
Yeah, I think it's sweet, right?
Hell yeah.
Definitely smells sweet.
You know what?
Like a little
Cheers,
bit.
y'all. Clink up and drink up to my guys in chat, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, man.
Ah, you for a game?
Facts.
Yep.
Clink.
Let's get it.
Hey, we in there.
All right.
I was wrong.
No, it's way more bitter than I thought. But it smells sweet.
It smells.
It
I'm
does
not gonna
smell
lie.
sweet.
That note is nice. I'm not gonna
It's
front.
bitter, but it's not dry.
Yeah, that is true. It's not dry.
It's definitely on a fruitier note for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Nah, but
It's
Not
not
bad.
bad, actually.
Not bad.
I ain't gonna front.
Nice
The
aftertaste.
taste
The
is
aftertaste
tantalizing
is
my
sweet.
tongue.
Yeah,
It's
it's
actually
not
not
Bitter, but the
bad.
aftertaste is sweet.
Hell
I have
yeah.
like sweet on my breath.
I feel like I taste a little bit of like the concentration. It might be like 11% maybe. I taste that, but on the way out, it's just like
Oh,
Oh,
what's
this
up?
just tastes like adult grape juice, my nigga.
dead eyes, right?
Yeah.
Alex also said rich people suffer from imposter syndrome.
Motherfucker, I suffer from imposter syndrome.
Nigga, you just might be an imposter in general.
They're like, what? What are you talking about?
Okay.
Oh hell yeah!
What
I
percent
mean,
was that?
But yeah, no, this busting.
this is
Mm.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It goes down sweet and smooth.
yeah.
Interesting.
Pause.
Only in New York, my nigga. Only in New York. I swear.
Sorry.
Swear to
Anyway,
God.
dude.
Only in New
I
York.
was gonna let
bro.
you rock. I was gonna let you rock. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't swear on the Lord like that. That's AO in at least 14 states.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
like come
Cross
on.
the
Ayo
border.
in that
13? I knew it.
Wow.
I
Nah,
know.
that's fire.
He said 11, but he was close. Though.
13.8. Nah, that's a big difference.
Oh, nah, 13 is crazy.
Yeah, that's almost 14. Nah, that's like going for a local.
Hey, oh damn, you right, you right.
The way you talking about them numbers making you seem a little sus, brother.
Hey, look, bro.
Nah, I'm
Alright.
fucking with you.
I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
going for a local level.
I get
He
it.
said it's because talented people suffer from imposter syndrome too.
I appreciate that.
That's a real topic.
Oh, for sure. Yep. Motherfucker. See, and now he's talking about us. I'm gonna give this 7.8. I like this.
7.8. Might as well give it an 8, bro.
Just like the wine, it's 14.
Nah, fuck all that. 7.79.
7.8 out of 10. Too much water. You sound like you rating Hohen, brother. What you talking about?
Come on now, gang.
I'll give it a 6.8.
Okay.
6.8. What the fuck is going on?
I give it.
Haircut and now he doing decimals.
Right?
I give it a solid
Scientific
7.
notation.
I
Solid
give it
7.
a solid 7.
Okay.
7? All right.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I think I'll give it like a 7.5. Like between the.
Okay.
Okay. Honestly, I was feeling nice about it. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Ooh. Okay.
Solid
Okay.
8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, they cooked in the back, y'all.
He
That
just
shit.
like anything that goes down easy. Pause.
Oh my
Now
god.
you see that time I said pause. That time I said pause.
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
Don't clip that, chat. Don't clip that.
They're gonna clip it.
Yeah.
They're gonna clip it, and you know
Make
it.
it go viral.
Oh God.
It's on TikTok right now.
He said no.
It's on TikTok right now.
Oh no. We're cooked, chat. We're
Shawty
cooked.
about to clip it right now. We're cooked. I'm
No,
cooked
you're
specifically.
cooked.
Yeah, I'm cooked.
Nigga.
They're gonna crop you.
Yeah, literally.
Yep. Yeah. Listen. It's okay. I'm bisexual, so anything I say is already AO.
Yeah, all right. No,
If you
anyway.
own it, yeah. Actually.
Anyways. But yeah, nigga said
At the
burn it.
stake, brother. Come on.
No more witch trials. But yeah, so to slide back on there. Oh yeah, definitely would recommend. Shouty,
Put that cup down.
Shouty, what's the name of the
Yo.
Mag-
Excuse me, Mom.
Shawty.
Somebody please, magical
Yo,
floating
Bob.
That was
hands.
solid.
Yo.
Moderator.
Are you alive? Yo.
Six clipping.
This thing.
Where's it from?
Dukes. That's what it's called.
You said Shiraz?
All right. Not sponsored. Not
That's
sponsored.
not even close. I said single vineyard and you heard Shiraz. Oh, actually, it says it on the bottom too, Shiraz.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely good. I would recommend it.
Yeah, I would too. At that
Oh,
percent.
you ain't-
Not
you ain't
sponsored.
drinking?
Not sponsored, by
wait,
the way. Not
And
sponsored.
yeah,
It's
for it
fault.
to
He ain't
smell
give me
that
some.
good.
Oh, of course, blame the dog nigga.
He was serving drinks, nigga.
I'm not even. But yeah,
give
Motherfucker,
him
you
some-
already over
yeah,
there
give
sipping
him
on my
some.
Fireball. Like, come on.
all right. But yeah, nah. So definitely would recommend. Really good pickup. I'd fuck with it on like a
this shit
casual
busted.
occasion.
Not
I
sponsored.
take that on a picnic somewhere.
Yeah, for real. That'd be bussin', honestly.
Yeah.
With the
Alright.
portable wine glasses.
Wait, that's fire. I need to
Alright.
invest in those. Wait.
Oh yeah, nah, we in there. All right, my bad.
Oh,
So
they said they're already getting
up?
canceled on Twitter.
again, god damn it.
Getting canceled on Twitter is crazy.
No
what,
comment.
what do you mean again?
Don't
Hold
worry
up,
about
I
it.
just processed that.
Damn.
Don't worry about it.
Fucking lead the clips, man.
Nah, it's crazy. They used to
Whoa,
put me in
whoa,
Twitter
Nah,
jail
put
back
me
in the
on
day.
clip duty now.
Hey, it was not my fault. It's not my fault. What should I
me.
say on this podcast? All right, you feel me?
Yeah, we'll blame it on the drink.
We chatting, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Feeling a little
Wait, he
drunk and
was
delusional.
canceled?
No, he had his pause moment.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
Yeah, we both peeped that shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I ain't shit. Anyway, to get back to it. So, Shadi, what's the next one? What's I gave you what? 13, 16 or 13, 14, and 93?
I feel like we should circle back on 13.
13? You
What's
want to?
13 again?
Iceman was talking about more of like, kind of like success.
Mm-hmm.
But the question was more of like, is suffering necessary for like personal
No,
growth?
he was
Yeah,
talking
he
about
did both.
He was talking about essentially what he was doing was he was phrasing suffering in a successful manner. So like he was saying
Yeah, like defining it.
he was saying you gotta suffer in order to be this.
To grow, to
yeah.
do it yourself. Like if you want to get to a higher level, if you say, all right, I'm here right now and I want to go there, there's no shortcut if you don't have someone else that's going to do it for you. So
Facts.
you have to go through it. The only way is through. If you want to be the NBA champion, like you don't win by a fluke. Like you're really going to be the best in the gym every day, working out on your grind, whatever it is. You want to be the biggest artist. It's not like if you can have a hit song, but if you want to be the biggest artist, that's not just gonna happen by accident. You're in the studio every single day. You're grinding, writing songs. You're on tour. You're connected, making the videos, getting everything right. Like
I will say though,
You're
after
on
the
grind.
accusations, it's not gonna be hard to beat Drake for Artist of the Year.
Damn.
Artist of the Decade, excuse
Go
me.
ahead.
Alex said,
that's real.
I can't believe you guys made the Chad Sunday waiver.
Party that did that.
Mine. Got it.
You can't say anything
Was it
negative about
either
us.
13, 14, or 94? Was it 14 or 16? Yes. Oh, 93, not 94. But essentially speaking, these are all gonna be. You got it?
Write the numbers down.
Is peer pressure? Yeah, you should. You kind of spit.
Ah, shit.
Like, we do
Ah,
that
here we
phone.
go. My bad
Yeah,
again.
it's like- That's an
Alright.
easy text. But
That's easy text.
He working.
That's your phone there, probably.
Oh no, you don't say. All right, gang. What was it again?
nah, just chatting.
Yeah, it's valid. What was it? It was what? 14 or 16?
Yo, just pick a spicy one.
There's a lot of questions.
Sounds like it's
Yeah.
100.
Because it was the peer pressure one, right?
We want somebody to cry today.
I just
Yeah,
posted in the chat so you can read it.
So it was the three questions that you had for
Can you
us
read it?
were the peer pressure, the
Yes,
addiction,
and he has
and
it right
the
there.
suffering.
Oh, I have to read
You
it?
do-
Is peer pressure predominantly negative, leading individuals to make harmful choices, or can it also have positive effects by encouraging personal growth and positive behavior changes?
Okay.
Damn, I didn't know I could read like that.
I'm proud of you, gang.
Yeah, at a second grade level. Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right.
Second grade, I don't think they know how to say Peter.
People.
Well, they know how to say P-I-E-R. They don't know how to say P-E-E-R.
Damn. This
That's
nigga's
peer.
a second grade spelling bee champion. Hell yeah.
Yo.
But yeah, honestly speaking,
That's crazy.
I understand like the same thing we talking about suffering. I definitely do understand the whole point of having like an outside influence so you can like learn to individualize and stand out for yourself. So yes, I will agree, but I also will say at a healthy dosage and understanding when it's harmful versus when it's supportive. Constructive criticism will always be like the biggest umbrella for me because there is a lot of things that can be masked as it, and there's also things that is that. But it also depends on how people are talking to you. The same way how we had to dictate a difference between like a favor versus, being commanded, being demanded to do something. The same way where it's just like, hey, look, if we are actually, cool at this level, or if you're actually trying to look out for me, or you're just making sure that I can get this experience out of this, then why not? Like, for example, saying like, hey man, you should have like expand your horizon. Say you play in a group chat, you're like, we're going on a trip, we're going to Miami, we're going in 3 days, let's go. And your friend's like, oh no, I don't know. And then turns out after y'all get him in there, he gets the travel bug. He has experienced more things. His life horizons, like, it broadens. And now he's a lot more happy and successful because, you're like, what, bro? I'm going to take you out your comfort zone and I'm going to put you somewhere you need to be to help you grow and, learn as a person. So I think it's, it could be negative and positive. And I also think the negative ones are good for you too.
This man literally described how he got to Miami.
Oh, hell yeah. Get on there, nigga. We out. And then the second half is, I think the negative one is good too, because it's just like,
I might disagree with you there.
Ooh, they definitely have to get
shit.
that.
But
Alex
said,
what's up?
he said people have bad peers, not me though. He said I only associate with 5-star people.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
we're 5 stars.
4.5. I'll take it. Good Yelp review. But
Good Yelp review.
type shit. I'll say negative is also like good too, because there's certain times where you need to understand and need to have that like significance of self to be like, all right, now you're tripping. I think it's okay to be in that situation where it's like, this is a bad scenario and I gotta go. I think it's okay to have both. And there's certain situations where if you don't have that, reality check, you don't have that grounding for that shit, it's not gonna work out well. My uncle, to give a broad story, driving around with some of his best of the friends, having a bob. They was like, he was looking a little bit low on cash. They was about to pull out the, the black Air Forces and ski mask. He's like, whoa. Stop the car, fam. Stop the car,
Yo,
bro.
for real,
I cannot be packed up, bro. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
He like, yo, come on, gang. It's a fan. Hit it easy. Like, we out. He's like,
Get a lick real quick.
No,
nah, bro.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you
yo,
dropped me
bro.
off right here, actually.
Y'all the fam. Y'all my hearts or whatever.
I'll catch you, dog. Be good.
We good on this side, bro. Hopped out the whip. Went home, whatever. He told the fam, yeah, they tripping, yo,
Yeah,
but it ain't me.
I'm not gonna be over there no more.
Exactly. And then, boop, they got booked. Some of them lost like a great career. The other one lost like, opportunity to like go abroad and get shit done. And it was just like, yo, like, they was my fans. He was trying to put me on or something, but it clearly wasn't the right decision. Clearly I understand the difference and boundaries of like, nah, bro, this is not my lane. This is not what I'm doing. Like, regardless of what it is. But being in that circle, having that experience to be like, nah, I'm straight, I think you need it. Same thing you were in school. That, bro, peer pressuring people to fight, to rap, to instigate and shit. Like, bro, you
I still do that now.
yeah, I know.
Yo, right? You like,
You're like,
why
no,
you let him say that to you?
you're like,
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna take that.
Yo, look at this shit. Like,
Gaslight.
like that
I
eyes.
beg your fucking
Put
pardon.
the crown on this fucker.
Yeah.
But like,
And you let him do this.
like, come on. And now, do you see what I'm saying? I think it's okay to experience it. Granted, some people might fall, and you'll fall victim to peer pressure maybe once or twice. But having those experiences will help you be more grounded, at least from my perspective. Because I know it might suck ass if somebody try to get you to do some shit. You're like, fuck, why am I here? But,
Alex also said my problem is that some people are peer pressured by my Grok now.
By Grok.
By Grok now, yeah.
That's the
like AI?
The Twitter AI.
Yeah. Look, realistically, in terms of just to give Alex a quick one. Realistically, in terms of way like not only like social media, but a lot of different companies. Because didn't we recently find out like how Duolingo was cutting people off and shit?
Yeah.
They're strictly AI now.
Replacing jobs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And I'm like, why are we trying to make things more convenient versus just making more things accessible and making more people successful?
I don't even want to get into the AI topic of discussion because that's like a whole different
Yeah,
diatribe.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, right.
Like
Yeah, just
specifically because like we're a lot of people who are dedicated to the arts. Me specifically, I'm a voice actor, and we're still trying to get companies like SAG-AFTRA still striking, trying to get people to agree to AI protections, and people are just like, it's a little hard to put this little thing on the contract. You're talking about AI protections. I don't want to do that, man. It's like, so then we're not gonna work for you. I'm sorry. Like, but again, that's a whole different topic.
Whole
so
different
let's
realm.
not get into that.
But yeah, like long story short, we feel you on that one, bro. But like,
Yeah.
But my bad. You gonna challenge me on the last one? My bad, man.
Nah, a couple things, man.
Shall
I
we
mean,
showdown?
Go ahead, cut.
He's first.
Yeah,
even
What's
just
up?
thinking, it is a fine line where there's different types of peer pressure. So I think the bad stuff is really like, oh, you won't like take this drink. You won't sip this lean. You won't do this drug. You won't like
do this
put
crack.
this needle. Yeah, like,
No
in your
balls.
arm right
No
now.
balls.
Yo, like think about that. Like that's crazy. Like somebody's offering that. Yeah, like I don't think that's good peer pressure.
Like, come on, you won't do this bump real quick? I
Yo,
won't.
yeah.
Say less. Like,
Yo, or even somebody like, yo, take this gun right now. We about to go over here. Like, oh, I just did this. Yo, take this. Yo, you take the time for me. We split it. Wait, I wasn't even there. Nah. Hold on.
what? Excuse me?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's not good. How you explained it though, after I did challenge you, I heard you say going through that experience, it really brings out your character. It tests your character to see who you are in those difficult situations where you have to make a decision. You got to stand up and stand for something. Otherwise, you fall for anything. So I see it in that way as a good experience. Maybe it's something you have to go through, but maybe you only go through it once and then you learn enough to be like, don't even be in those situations. Like, that's not good.
He asked, are you a man or are you a monkey?
I'm a monkey. If you shoot niggas, I ain't here for it. I gotta go.
If you shoot niggas,
Yeah, right? But other types of peer pressure, like, if you're just trying to get somebody, like you said, out of their comfort zone, like, yo, we going to this party. Like, come through. It's about to be crazy. And they're like, oh, I don't know, X, Y, and Z.
it'll be the best thing that'll happen to them in their life. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, to experiences where you're really showing somebody, like, all right, this is how it could be. Or even making a leap, like, yo, let's invest. Like, I actually got this idea. We're going to start a whole thing. It's going to be a whole big business, and we're going to go all the way in. It takes that leap of faith. And sometimes if people aren't in it, they need a nudge to get 100% in. Like, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So they need that push. Be a friendly push.
Sorry to cut you off, but Alex also said, yo, people have AI boyfriends. And he also
Yo,
said,
bro, what the fuck are you doing?
your pressure
Yo.
is centered around community building.
Nah, the AI boyfriends is real, because why do all these shorties already have a toy? Like, every
Oh
single
my
girl has a
God,
toy.
yo.
Like, that's OD. They be naming them and everything. Imagine if
Yo,
dudes did that, bro.
what?
Imagine if dudes did that.
This is Samantha.
That's
Don't touch
like
it,
some
though.
crazy goon activity. But,
Ah, shit.
but we would get roasted for it. Like, if you just were like, yeah, I got a flashlight. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right? Like, that's OD.
By the way, of course the Asian is dropping wisdom.
Hey, look, he made
Like,
it.
yeah, this is Veronica.
This is Veronica.
But I call her Nika. Like, what? Hold up. Like, yo.
My
Here's
bad.
my response. This
My bad, yo.
is my rebuttal.
Yeah, 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 what's up?
But God forbid the homies try and peer pressure you to go to the gym. That's all I'm saying.
Get your ass in the gym, bitch. My bad.
We all going to the gym. We all going to get better.
Hell yeah.
Oh, if you say it like that, that's cool. I thought you could be like, yo, get in the gym. Get in the gym, chubby. Like, you
Chubby?
know,
Nah, not like that. But like, yo, we all going to the
Oh,
gym.
that's
Get
that's good.
active. Get with it.
That's good peer pressure.
Yeah, we going to play
Like what you
ball
were
or
saying with,
whatever. Man.
Community building, like it's building up like your brothers and everything.
That's
to make
cool.
sure that like we're all like in shape because we want to live long, healthy lives.
Something
Yeah, I
else.
don't know about you, but this nigga will call me fat to my face.
Gotta lock in.
Sometimes
Yeah, and you, I mean, guys do
that's
chirp.
bullying.
We got
Yeah.
to. We gotta check each
nah,
other.
That's the
nah,
fine
it's-
line.
it's
Yeah,
love.
that's the fine line.
It's love,
Yep.
bro. We brothers. We brothers.
It's, yeah.
Good bullying love.
Is it bullying if it's true though?
It still can be.
still can
Technically,
be.
it's
Like,
bullying
to
if it's
pick
true.
at it,
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking at
it's
stuff.
coming
Yeah,
from a
that's how
good
you
place.
do it.
Is it bullying though?
it is. But
Hold on.
It still is.
How you say it?
make you better.
Cause
How you
like,
say it?
like, cause I feel like if you say it for more like what is it called? Like negative reinforcement.
Yeah.
Like, cause it feels like it's,
True. Like,
it's
oh,
like
you
it's
ugly.
more like
There's
it's
nothing you
gonna,
can do about that.
it's gonna get under your skin more. So it's like,
No, yeah,
Like,
might
your
not-
weight,
might
like,
just do it.
you
There's,
can
there's
control it.
absolutely,
You really
there's
ain't like,
absolutely
like,
a difference
damn.
between being like, yo, come on, let's go to the gym, Tubby. Come on, wake up. Slap a nigga on the belly. Versus, yo, let's go to the gym, Jabba the Hutt. Come
Like,
on,
damn.
come on, Fat Albert. What you doing? Like, let's go.
Yo.
So
Like-
I think there's also like there's one thing that distinguishes it too, like how the person like interacts with you still. Like if they show that they care about you, like they might make all these like give you like all these fucking insults and shit, but they show that they still care about you. But if it's
That's
just
true.
like yo, you a fat bitch, I'm
And not
leaving.
even trying to
And,
go with
like,
you? Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
like I don't even fuck with you because you're disgusting. Like that's
And then walk away.
that's kind of negative.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
gonna, like, push you
he's
further and
he's
further.
absolutely the type of nigga to call me fat to my face, but also spot me at the gym.
Exactly.
He's also
And
the type.
that's
He
positive.
the,
That's
yeah,
good,
he the
that's
type of
different.
nigga
Yeah,
to.
exactly.
He the type of nigga to
Sticks and
yell
stones.
at me to
That
keep
ass.
on pushing past my limits. You know,
I'm not denying any of these claims. I
Yeah.
will always shout. Hold on. before anybody says anything about anything, I will always challenge you to be your better self. A lot of people, no, for real. A lot of
Jabba the
people.
Hutt, though?
I never called him Jabba.
No, I never called me Jabba. No, that was just an example. That was just an example.
But like,
Hey,
That was crazy.
but to Shaw's defense, I definitely have like pushed that and be like, lift that shit, bro. Quit being a bitch.
thank you.
And I watched that
you
nigga
need
look
that
me dead in my
sometimes.
shit and be like, nigga, you're tripping. Put that shit right back in. I'm like, all right, my bad.
Dude, but you see what I'm saying? Like understanding where your personal boundaries lie in terms of living and where you at. The people you work with who knows who you are should know best what you're capable of and actually believe in you. If you're quitting on yourself and I know some shit or we know some shit and you're not pushing yourself to that potential, peer pressure will be the best way to get you out of whatever comfort zone and complacency you're in to get the fucking and lock in.
Yeah.
There's so many times where people will underestimate themselves when you could just sit the fuck down, bust that shit out and get it done. Do it. If I gotta get you to be in your feelings, I have to rile you up for your emotions to take control so you can get in there and you're like, oh shit, I did this? Oh damn, maybe I was being a little bitch about it. All right.
And once it's done, it's like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
Thank you.
Facts.
I'm gonna do it again.
Alex, that's my witness. Remember we were talking about the difference between like being a little bitch and then like actually like bitching out? It's okay for you to like, you know, to be like, you know what? I'm not where I'm supposed to be right now, but I'm gonna get there.
Anime friendship type beat.
I'm fucking dead. This nigga. And versus just like quitting on yourself. That's when you actually, you know, like using it like a bitch is like you. Like, how about this thing? Being a coward. Being a coward is my issue. If you did not try, if you don't find that like, you know, ability to take care of that shit yourself, but your friends are here, your friends gonna put that shit in you. And they should. Pause. I know you I already knew it. I already knew it.
That's crazy, though.
Yo, where's the ref at? We need a ref.
Anyway.
Guys, blow the whistle. Yo. Hold on.
Unnecessary suchness. 30 yards.
50 yards.
Moving
50
back.
yards.
I'm damn near out the building.
Exactly.
Damn, I'm getting kicked out by my own coach. But yeah, like
What he say?
all jokes aside though, but like you gotta make sure something is holding you accountable. The same way how these people are pulling, they be like, yo, I want to take whatever the fuck I can out of this person. You gotta make sure that people, like you said, the transactional part, you getting the same energy, the same shit that you need for yourself back. You might not need the money back, but you might need that effort, that presence, that emotional stability, the support. That's supposed to come from your right hand, your left hand, your people, all your people in your circle. Realistically, bro, if you not holding yourself and your friends ain't holding you, they're not really your friends.
Alex said you guys need a button.
A pause button. Time out, everybody
Like-
freeze.
All right,
back.
but yeah, my bad for the tangent. But yeah, you spitting. I will admit that, you know, certain extremes for situations you don't need to be pressing enough. But I'm sorry. What's
Alright,
up?
one of our friends, we're not gonna say it. Like, that nigga don't come out his house.
Oh
What
my
if we just-
god, bro.
What if we just pick that nigga up and make him go outside? Is that peer
That's
pressure?
what he did first.
Yes.
If we pick that nigga up physically and make him go outside, that's peer pressure?
Nah, for real, you walk in his house, hey yo, put that nigga's shoes on.
That's kidnapping at that point, man.
Yeah,
It's like the bullying situation. It's still bullying.
But he needs it though.
It don't matter.
it does.
But what
matter.
if he doesn't want
It's
it?
still the thing.
How do you know what you want if you didn't actually experience or try
Oh my
things?
god.
Hold on now.
I
Hold
mean,
on.
there's some things you never have to go
Man,
through when
that's-
you don't want it.
Bro,
That's
but
something-
touching grass? You gonna
that's
tell me?
things-
Ah.
There's things you don't
Some
want, but
things you
you
should
need
just
though.
do. You should just do.
Yeah. That a lot of people don't like water, but you gotta drink it.
Yo, bro. They be like, I can't drink water straight. They be putting
Like
Neo,
niggas don't
sugar,
be liking
Kool-Aid.
water. I'm like, okay, nigga, you gotta drink water, bro. Like,
They're like,
You know what? You
The
tell
fuck?
me you don't like water, I'm gonna call you a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, what are you just drinking?
You telling me you don't shower?
2025? Like
bro, niggas be like, I don't like
Drinking
water. I'm like,
Hawaiian punch?
What?
Somebody who despises water.
which
that's
is
what I'm
dumb.
saying. Like, what?
So do they shower?
Do they drink grape soda?
Yes.
All day?
I know that personally. Don't ask me.
Oh boy. But this is where I challenge y'all for certain things on this one. Yes, it may be a strict form. It's not a pos, because if I told you, hey bro, let's go outside, let's go have fun, let's go touch grass, she'd be like, maybe, and you don't do it. I'm like, hey bro, let's go outside, let's make this investment, let's do this, and you don't do it. I'm like, hey bro, take care of yourself. You're not looking too good. We gotta get back into these things, and you don't do it. If I sit there and let you keep doing these things, I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting my effort, and I'm wasting whatever like our connection is supposed to be.
don't know.
So
about
I'm
you.
not gonna tell you, hey bro, let's go hang out in the park today. No, get your ass up. We're going outside.
break down that door like that one
That's
Big
it.
Bird gift.
If I got that ass, dude. If we gotta put the shoes on you to get you out the door, then after that you walk on your own side. Then I did my job.
He said you don't like eating coochie until you're good at it.
What?
What?
That's what Alex said.
What in the
That's a
Jamaican?
really tangent.
Well, why y'all looking at me like I'm not this it? I'm reading it. Fuck. I'm
think you
reading
just
the
skipped that
chats.
He said it through you. So
He said it through you.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
All right, Alex. You might have
never
got
skip
me.
that one.
You
That's
might have
okay.
got me on that technicality.
I'm
okay?
thinking about it though. I mean, once you are good at it, it is
You're
more
gonna-
fun.
You're gonna do it again. Yeah,
What
you're
you talking about?
right. Don't worry about it.
You know,
Hey,
Why you telling me don't worry about it like I've never eaten pussy before?
Still like doing it. That was-
Exactly.
you know what? Let's keep.
And that right there is why I don't have to say shit.
okay. Nigga said, "What are you doing?" But,
Alright.
but to get back on
Apparently
there.
he's a good pussy eater.
That's
Yeah, all right. Nigga's like,
Oh, he don't eat pussy. Oh, he Jamaican. Got you.
nope.
We're not. No, we're
No.
not. We're
Straight
not
no.
going. We're
Straight
not.
no.
We're not considering this.
Anyway, niggas. But
Yes.
yeah, Curly. Yes, yes, you can consider that peer pressure. Yes, you consider that bullying, but it's negative reinforcement.
Wait, you're saying you be peer pressured and eat pussy?
No, you.
So all right.
Anyway.
All right. So I think you should rephrase that. It's negative. It's negative connotation, positive reinforcement.
There we go.
okay.
He said sorry for derailing.
Nigga,
The
stop
result.
fucking with the
result is
train.
positive.
Man, I don't care about what magical reinforcement you use for your argument.
This nigga said negate attack. What
Y'all
are you talking
outside,
about?
aren't y'all? Y'all alive, aren't y'all? Y'all
Nah,
be
I feel like
fine.
bullying has to end with like a negative result though.
Okay, here, look, I'll put it to you like this: whether it's kind or disrespectful, is racism still racism?
How can racism be kind? Like,
Okay,
give me an example.
if I make a racist joke but it's funny and everybody laugh, is it still racist or is it not racist because it's a joke and
It's
it was made
both.
for humor?
It's funny and it's racist.
Well,
Exactly. So
That's a
it's
fallacy.
kind and it's bullying.
Yeah, and
That's true, but it's still funny though.
but how can you bully somebody that's not even there?
Are you kidding me?
Bullying, the person has to be there to take it for it to be
That's a
bullying.
lie. You can bully people behind their back. It's called
Hey, this
shit
nigga's
talking.
getting bullied
I feel
online.
like that's
he's getting
different.
clowned right now.
It's called
You just
cyberbullying.
gossiping. If you even pay attention to gossip, you have a whole different
What
problem.
is
said-
gossip but bullying you don't know about yet? Like
If you don't know
All right,
about
hold
it,
on
it
now.
doesn't exist.
This is an entirely different
Hold
mindset.
on.
Hold on. Go
Really
ahead.
He
think about
said
that.
being funny is kindness. That's what he said.
Not really.
It's the kindness.
Oh, is a kindness?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That is a form of kindness, being able to look at things in a different perspective. I'm saying there's a difference between saying I'm just gonna look at this thing because it's bad and
Like
say that
peer
it's bad.
pressure, bullying, like that's to the person compared to like
Yeah,
behind their back.
But I'm not saying in terms of like a subject-based thing. But I'm saying more of a fact of like everything is good and bad, and what you choose to focus on and look at will be where you're at on your perspective. There's a difference between saying this person, like for example, a lot of coaches use negative and positive reinforcements to help people get shit done.
True.
Yes, they might be mean, harsh words, they might be pushing your limits, but that's entirely different from them literally just either abusing you or people taking advantage of you, which we
Yeah.
tried to pre-establish earlier. What's the difference? What you will allow and what will be in your range?
I got a great example of that I want to hear your perspective on.
Cook, brother, cook.
So my old football coach back out on Long Island, right? Our team was nice, like best in Suffolk County, like every other year.
Hell
For
yeah.
real, like we were that nice. Like every generation was just like the best at football, and the coaches were tough. Like practices, we had 2-a-days in the middle of summer, getting ready for the season to start. We doing a whole bunch of stuff, grinding.
You gotta read it.
And coming up, yo, the teacher, right? He was a gym teacher and a coach. They'd be wilding out. Dude literally had me in gym one day. He's doing attendance. It's like, oh, Rachel, John, a query. He called me a query instead of a Miri.
Instead of a
In the middle of
Miri.
gym class, one of like 100 kids, like 3 classes together, everybody's laughing. But he's the gym teacher. I'm the starting running back, getting crazy, like going off. Even another coach, he was the head coach. They literally, he was like 25 years working there, everything. Gym teacher, had the pension, everything locked in. He called somebody the F word. Somebody overheard in the locker room, wasn't even the actual person that he said it to. Somebody overheard, told, he got fired.
All right, see, now that's a good one.
Off him just talking to one of the players saying it, but somebody else saw it that way, even though the players are playing elite, like they're the best in the county, like going like very successful, accomplishing their goals. But he got fired off that. I want to see how you guys felt about that situation. Like, is that bullying? Like what he was doing?
Damn,
The world is soft.
I mean, but in this case,
And he's from a different time too, like 25 years. When
yeah.
he started off, it was very different compared to now.
Yeah.
So that's tough.
honestly, I will side with them in the sense of like the shit that the the education system had to do. They were like, I gotta get rid of you
Once they
because
know,
of that.
yeah.
Yes, but I will say the extremes of which he communicated it could have been different. Essentially speaking, I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of sports coach, a lot of training coach, even like any form of like I'm not gonna say authoritative, but like educative or elective or anything like that. There's a like community that was like established based off both good and bad shit. Like honestly, they'll be the first one to praise you. They'll be the first one to take you out. Be like, yo, good job on that. That was
If
the best
something
catch
really
ever.
happens, yeah,
That's
they're
the
calling
lookout.
home and stuff. Like when I got hurt in football, actually, my coach, same dude, was the first one to call my mom and was like, "Did he make it home all right? How's he doing? Everything. Like, I don't even care about playing. Like, is he okay?"
You see what I'm saying?
So,
But the other half
real.
is like understanding where that cultural diffusion needs to happen. Because yeah, we cool with it because we guys. Yeah, we cool with it. We have an established relationship to the outside of everything. It's crazy. It's like, oh, why is he poking fun of him in front of all these people? Why is he doing this, and this? So I understand where it's like, all right, this can be taken as bullied because the outside forces. You got to remember the whole influence from the people on the outside as well is what will dictate the flow and energy of things. If it was a locker room joke or made with a team, hell yeah. Because you know how many times that like either we haze the coach or we might mess around with some of the players or some shit. Like, bro, he's like, oh yeah, I got you. He's like, damn, where my car keys? And then the motherfucker and shit up on the bleachers like, fuck. And I ain't
that's
gonna
how
go
it
find
is. Yeah.
You know, and it's
but from an outside perspective, if you just like catch that, it's like, whoa.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and I'll say this. For the in general sense of is that bullying? Like everyone was pointing out, like certain actions. We straight? Oh, hold on.
You all good?
Yeah, we're good. Okay, but yeah, those things. I'll be like, you're right. I will put that under the film as bullying, just because of like how it opens up and spreads to in general.
So it trickles down.
Yes.
That sets the culture, and like everybody else does that, and then it might be misinterpreted, taken to a different level
There you
where
go.
it's used in not a friendly way, and that's really where the problem occurs. So you
There you
gotta
go.
nip it in the bud.
Yep, that's why
Right
it's
when it
like
starts.
we don't want everybody else trying to get away with this joke. We don't want everybody trying to talk to you crazy. So I'm sorry, bro. You're gonna have to take the fall for that. But how do you feel about that one? Like in the sense of like the whole name situation and
I
being
mean-
fired after the F word.
Honestly, boys will be boys, and niggas have been saying it since Eminem started popularizing it. So like, like I get where they're coming from because now it is like officially recognized and classified as a slur. So you cannot just say that out in the open, especially if somebody hears you. Like you can say that behind closed doors, but because somebody heard that while you were behind closed doors saying that to somebody, of course you're going to get fired. You're first of all, you're an educator. You should not be saying some shit like that to your students, even
True.
if it is in a friendly way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Context doesn't help.
yeah, A, because context, B, again, it's literally classified as a slur now. So like it's not like that's like saying that's like
Times
calling
change, but you have to you
Yeah.
have to grow.
that's
You know,
like that's
yeah.
like calling your your best white player, yo, what's good, cracker? Like
Yeah.
which-
They're like, come on, man.
and it's like, come on, but then you fucking the player clapped
That's
back
like
to the
16 on the
coach,
run,
like,
man.
yeah, it was
Yeah,
good,
man.
but
It
you
was
know,
Coach Baldy. What's up, man?
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
and
really how it was, though.
it's
Like,
like,
yo,
yeah,
what's
what's
good,
good,
2K?
skinhead, or like some shit like that, and it's like, listen, if somebody hears that outside, especially like if it's the principal or somebody who don't like minding their own business, then they go and tattle, then you're gonna lose your job.
That's what makes
Yep.
it tough.
That-
But in
that's-
a bubble, like
It's just
it's
the normal
accepted
shit. It's
in a
just,
way. Like
I
it's-
will
it's
say,
different. It's
all I'm
interpreted
gonna say
differently.
about that is that people need to mind their own fucking business.
I think that's really what it comes down to. If it's not directed to you, that person didn't take offense. Who it was directed to, then
Yeah.
that's their situation. Honestly.
Yeah, it's like,
Unless
yeah,
it's something where they're actually like getting put down, they don't feel good about it. It's like, all right, maybe you have to stand up for that person. But if they're getting it and it's like it's lighthearted, they can brush it off, whatever.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It's and I think that goes back to like having that little bit of like toughness and thick skin about shit because it's just like, why? Clearly, my coach doesn't hate me. Clearly, me and him have a good relationship. Clearly, so at this point, it's more the fact that somebody else out was just like, nah, you can't do that, bro. And it's just like, who are you to help define and establish the relationship between all
exactly.
these people here,
it's like, bro, this is the locker room community. How about you like stay in your
you out there. You see me as that running back. You see him as the coach. That's all you know us as.
Exactly.
That's as far as our definition in terms of our relationship goes. That's it. You know.
Again, so long as it's not in like a completely negative connotation. Like if you're saying that to your player and it's like, you know, they clap back, they dap you up. And you know, it's jokes. Like, but you know, if you're saying that to hurt them, then
of course, and you could tell the connotation because
not.
There's a whole vibe when something is said that like, oh shit, he really said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, there's a difference between like, yo, get up, fat boy, but versus like, get up, fat boy.
You're like how you saying that shit is what's the thing. But I get it from the school's perspective.
And
like,
those miscommunications are real just in life. Like there's so many situations where I think, oh, this is how I meant that. And somebody else could take it differently and spin it a whole different way, and they take offense or just might be just brushed the wrong way, whatever it is, and now they're moving different. They're reacting. It's like, oh, hold on. Now we're not even connecting on that level. It's
lost the plot.
Messed up.
Like, what the fuck?
So that does happen for sure.
So I'm saying
it's hard to like really get that point across where it's like, all right, this is what I said, and make sure the other person also understands.
So I'm in. But like, how do you feel about the way they handle that situation?
How to handle this? Well, first, I feel like it's tough love. So sometimes you gotta just, you know, take it for what it is. But you know, when there's like other people around hearing it, they might misinterpret it. You know, sometimes that's how they talk. You know, sometimes that's just how things go. Sometimes tough love is the only way you can get across to some people because you know they hard headed, they don't listen. You know, you can't just keep talking to people.
Guys.
Yeah, that's what I gotta say.
Okay. No, I'm just saying because like, I feel like, but the other half is like I think all of us as guys, all the people who have experienced a little bit of tough love or like hazing and joshing and everything, we're like we can like distinguish a joke. Yeah. A lot of people nowadays really can't
take it personal.
Yeah.
What I was saying though earlier was that it's like the times that we're in now, like you literally have to adjust and like change some of your mannerisms, some of the words that you say to kind of be able to tread lightly and not like make anybody upset. Like literally in my job, I have to like watch everything I say.
Because everything
obviously only on the outside. Only on the outside.
Yeah.
When it's behind closed doors, I am screwed. No, I shouldn't say that out loud.
Yeah,
let me just put it into perspective. Call of Duty lobby. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, gents.
Those
you know
were
what
the
I'm
good
talking
old
about.
days, man. Those was wild, man.
Yeah, people do get crazy.
Oh yeah, nah.
I
Those
was like
was
Black Ops 2 on the PS3.
Yeah. Them lobbies just
not
crazy,
even,
bro.
brother. I'm from the World at War generation.
It was out for moms. It was out there
then. No.
for sure.
Crazy.
Wicked business.
Yeah.
But yeah. So honestly speaking, bro, you're right. But I feel like there needs to be more of a better understanding about like who we are personally, and then how the world interprets it. Because all of this is a matter of just like, hey, look, this is the energy and the vibe. This is what we do. This is how we move and stuff. Do you understand this? And are you willing to understand it? Because if not, we're gonna have a bunch of issues. Because it's like, he said this to this person. Okay, she's doing this person with this for this, and this. And it's like
he say, she say.
Exactly. Now it's a lot more.
This.
Yeah, like why is it straight semantics? Why are we competing with each other over certain things? Which like this should be the cut and dry for the situation. And if it does apply to you, or it's like something that needs to be addressed, we'll do that. But till then, it's more of a matter of like mind the energy in the space, be more cognitive and stuff, and then see what's up. Shadi, what was the last question then? My bad. Les, what was the last question? It was 93. Yeah.
So you just skipping 80 questions?
Yes.
Real quick.
What's up?
Before we go to the next one,
Yeah,
I remember I had to give my little rebuttal.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
So, with the negative peer pressure, I think in order for it to be like good, you have to have like that person like that you know that like kind of like influencing you, like let's say like maybe a parent or somebody. Like you have to have somebody in your life that's like able to tell you what's right from wrong. Because if you're just by yourself and you have your friends give you negative peer pressure, you're not gonna know what the fuck to do. and you might do the shit and be like, oh shit.
You learn the hard way.
Like, I feel like I'm fucking up, but like maybe they're still like, yo, like this is good, but let's keep doing this. Like if you don't have that person to keep you grounded and tell you right from wrong, it's not good. Like me, I have like not everybody has their parents, but I have both my parents. So there's different shit that I know I'm not supposed to be doing. I still tried it, and I was like, okay, you know what, my parents are doing.
Right? Yeah, you got
I'm not doing this
it.
shit again.
Yeah.
And like if anybody wants to try and convince me to do it again, like I know now,
I'm
like,
good.
nah, I'm good.
I'm straight.
I'm not doing that shit. But you have to have somebody that can actually tell you right from wrong, and the real right from wrong, not just like your friends like growing up. So that's all I have to say.
No, you spitting. You right. But I can see why, because like a lot of men, a lot of people like even single parent households, a lot of people without parents or like proper guidance or influence, or even people to like have role models or look into, they'll have that issue. They're like, everybody else is doing it. I guess it's right. I guess it's okay. Sure, why not and shit. And then it don't be the right answer. It's too far gone. Circumstances don't line up, and then shit just get worse for people. You're right. So, but I'm not saying hop into those, but I'm saying be in a spot where you're challenged and you're able to like handle yourself. At the very least, have a sense of reasoning and grounding of like, this might get me somewhere I don't want to be. And not in a sense of like, oh no, this is like a new opportunity. This is dangerous for my well-being and for my future. If you have to really consider what you're doing and where you're at, then it's like, come on now.
Yeah. No, it's real. But I actually thought about something just as a scenario too. Because I know we probably all have different situations growing up, whatever it is, family life. But even the potential, like, hypothetically, say you were a dad, how would you raise your kids to peer pressure them and sometimes bully them to make sure they don't go out and do something dumb and get some wisdom and have some sense to them, but also not cross the lines and thinking about, oh, today it's like the world is soft now. Like, are you going to be hard on your kids so they're harder than the world, or kind of go along with the status quo, the ways of today? Like, how would you guys go about that?
I'm turning into Uguay. I don't know about you.
Yo, for real though.
I mean, in my opinion, I'd probably be hard on my children still, but also tell them like, look, when you go outside, this is how you have to kind of operate so you can keep yourself out of trouble. Because I want them to know like the real shit. I don't want them to be like pussies or whatever growing up, obviously. But you have to understand, everybody else outside, they're different. You might find people that's like similar, but outside, what's socially acceptable is not what I'm teaching you here. And I'm trying to teach you like the real shit that you need to know. Because a lot of shit is like watered down. They put like all these fucking fake shit up. Like, you can't be yourself outside when you go in the real world. So I teach them the real shit, but tell them like, look, go outside, be conscious of the things that you say. That's all I tell them.
For sure.
That's real.
What was the question again?
Oh, well, how would you, like, for your parenting style, if you had to, like, teach your kids, would you be a lot more strict, trying to make them, like, harder than the world? Or would you be, like, a little bit more lenient towards, like, how shit goes in terms of, like, how you would tell them, like, hey, this is how the world is. This is how shit works. Are you going to be a little bit more soft? How
like
would you, like...
hands on, hands off.
Yeah, how would you, like, raise them in terms of, like, how would you interact with them?
Well, I had somebody tell me that I would probably end up being strict on my kids, but I think I would, because like the world, it'll eat them up if somebody don't guide them. As a father, you gotta kind of guide your kids. So I think being strict on them is a part of that. You can't just let your kid run all over you and then expect for him to learn anything. Like he's just gonna grow up like, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah,
You
real.
said what? Let me get this motherfucking belt on, motherfucker. Like,
Nah, for real. Yeah.
Nah, honestly, the way I would raise my kids, I do it differently from my dad, because my dad was completely negative. Like, I remember when he was, this is like traumatic for me. When my mother and my father were both teaching me how to write, my father would be like, the fuck is that chicken scratch? Start over. And then my mother would be like, listen, just, slowly trace the lines, be a little better. It's like good cop, bad cop. Except bad cop was a lot more traumatic. So, what I'm going to do personally is I'm not going to bully my kid, but I ain't going to, let him grow up the way I did. Because, like,
I didn't grow up as quickly as my older brother did. I was a kid. So, I went through all these experiences. Like, I know now words don't hurt, but back then I ain't know words didn't hurt. The whole saying, sticks and stones break your bones, words never hurt you. I took words to heart, and I hurt, and being bullied a lot and everything. I didn't have that, so I'm gonna teach my kid different. I'm gonna try and tailor my parenting style. Like, I'm gonna take both what my mother and my father did, but like spin it into my own way. So like, I ain't gonna let them grow up a pussy, but I'm gonna let them know they loved. I didn't feel a lot of tough love. All I felt was toughness from my father.
I think skin
without the
really
love.
help. Yeah.
You gotta feel that. I get that.
I mean, since I'm not having kids, I don't gotta worry about this. But not
yeah, I'm not.
But,
not anytime soon. Not anytime soon.
But in most cases, it'll just be like, I got two things. I'm gonna do what they used to do for me. I give them, they be like, damn. Let me stop. I give them like, oh, where? They under the couch. Let me stop.
You got siblings?
I mean, I was a sperm donor for a minute.
I did. He got like 12. They gonna be like, Daddy?
Are you my father?
Yeah, nah.
I've been looking for you for 15
Just in some trials, though. They didn't even use it.
Yeah, all right, sure.
You're gonna get at least 6 kids when they turn 18. Come up to you, be like,
somebody from like Australia or something.
Yeah,
facts.
Look like me.
Be like, you're my father.
Oh shit. But honestly, it's the first thing is I'm gonna give them, usually every now and then I'll say this is the first thing. I'll give them like maybe like $10 at the start of the week, and afterwards I'll gradually shift them down to be like $2, $2.75, $3. They'll be like, all right, go to the store. They'll pick out the stuff they want. They'll be like, hey, I don't have enough of this. I'm like, well, you can't have it. Now the main thing is to test and see what they would do. Some of the people in there, they be zoning stuff, they be switching, snatching, or whatever. Other people come back, either find ways to make more or understand how to work with what they have. And then every single time, they come back, they do something right. I'm like, yo, here's the rest of your money. Let's go get what you want. And the other half of things is, the second half is, I'm gonna just be straight up with them. Honestly speaking, you safe here. You not safe out there.
Yeah.
Just be a lot smarter about what you want to do. Here's what I did. It's on the internet. Here's like the photo albums. This is how I live my life. You don't have to do the things that I do. You don't have to suffer the same way I do. Pay attention to when I'm giving you this information. And then other than that, we can have fun the rest of your time. But understand there's going to be a time where shit going to get hard. That $10 not going to be there. That $3 not going to be there. You can have these access to me. It's not going to be as much as it was when you was younger, because I want you to develop a sense of independence. And I'm also going to allow you to have a sense of character. Hey, I want to get into this. Here's your hobby. If I know something you're not going to like and not going to get into, I'm not going to do it. Hey, look, Dad, I'm interested in music. All right, cool. Give you like a form of music access to it, whether it be from like an instrument to a mic or something. Sure. Hey, Dad, I'm into sports. I've never seen you run in my life.
That was me for real.
You was definitely not playing football, basketball, or soccer, but I got one in there. I crossed you up real quick. And then once you on the floor and you realize this ain't for you, we gonna keep it pushing. But till then, I'm a support, but keep it within range of reason of how you're supposed to treat people. And then hopefully they reflect from the fact of like, my dad said this was a bad idea. My dad said this was a good idea. I've seen this happen from somebody before. I have this knowledge. I'm not gonna force him to grow up, but I am gonna force him to open his eyes. It's the easiest thing to do, because you're boys. You're supposed to have hardship and toughness. And I'm gonna give a little bit, even if I theoretically have a daughter. Same situation. Hey, look, I like your mommy for these reasons. A lot of boys like you for the same ones. Keep within range and reason. Yes, they may look nice. Yes, they may offer you things. You don't have to take everything they give. And now if you have any problems with them, come find me or come find your brother. And then we'll see where she can really get.
Listen, you just got to let your daughter know if they don't pass the dad test, they got to get out.
I mean, I'm not even going to give them like a dad test.
Having a boy versus a girl is definitely a
now,
whole
if they don't pass,
Yeah.
no, matter of fact, we got to get a little more
Whole
obscure.
different
If they don't pass the UNC test.
If
If UNC don't say that he fuck with that nigga,
Get
get
him
him out of
That's
here.
real.
For sure. But yeah, it's like I said, it's range and reason. I want everybody, so that way everybody at least has the same mindset of like, that isn't cool, don't do that. Don't take that. Don't do these things. If it's not a necessity for you, if you don't need it directly, don't do it. Don't touch it.
come find me. Find other ways. Use your fucking brain. That's it. Make your 10 last a week. Make your 3 last a week. And then come back to me when you really need it. Because then I got you.
I don't know. In this economy, that 10 ain't gonna last a week.
I don't know about that.
You right.
Because I think about it, like,
I like food.
I definitely.
Nigga said that's half a sandwich.
Like a bacon, egg, and cheese is how much now?
$7.
Not. It depends where you going. It depends where you going.
$7.
It depends where you
That
going.
shit was $5.
Yeah, it depends where you going.
Really?
Yesterday, Shrey was at the counter, like, the bacon, egg, and cheese $7. I was like, oh.
Nah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
Not where I'm finna be.
I be making that bacon, egg, and cheese at home. Ingredients cost $30, but it only cost me like 20 cents to make this sandwich, brother. What you talking about? Like,
Hell
When you
yeah.
break it down.
All
Yeah,
right.
man.
My bad. Let me pull up the one. All right. So how much of addiction is due to individual choices? How much is biology and trauma related? Since you was just talking about that too.
ooh, that's a good one. So, I feel like when you're in a situation that is very hard to cope with, I will say this. I don't know. This is an example. I don't know when my father fell into these things, but he was into hard drugs and alcohol. And I want to say it was around the time when his mother just shipped him off to DR. It was either that or when his father, my grandfather, rest in peace, killed himself and tried to take the whole family with him. So I don't know when it started, but I feel like it was around those times that he got into those, like, it was very traumatic situations that he had to cope with. And, you know, it's like you see people drinking this thing they call liquid courage on TV. So you just take a shot. Ugh, tastes horrible. Take another one. Feel good. And that feel good is going to make you feel better about the things that you're doing. And that's sort of when things all go downhill. Me personally, I almost it again. This is on the biology side of things now. It depends on how strong what you're taking is. I got my wisdom teeth removed at 15. They gave me opiates. Because the pain is too intense. They can't just prescribe you regular pain medication.
Facts.
The doctor was very specific. They were like, take this time, every day, at this time, this many hours apart. And I was like, got you. My mother reminded me, and I was like, all right, I'll do this. Swear to God, I almost got addicted to opioids because that is because of how strong the drug is. And, you know, it makes you feel loopy and happy. And then he's like, you take it away. And it's like, where's my shit at?
Yeah.
Where's my shit at?
You notice the difference.
Hell yeah.
And then that was the most disgusting feeling I've ever felt in my life. I was like, that almost happened to me? Never again.
Wow.
And then it really depends on the strength of the drug and the pain of the trauma.
Okay.
And the peer pressure as well. Like if you're being peer pressured into doing it, but you're you know better, it's like maybe I'll try it, and if it's not for you, it's not for you. So I feel like peer pressure has less to do with it than the strength of the drug and the pain of the trauma. Those two are the biggest contributors to addiction in society as a whole.
Okay. So where would you put that in percentage wise?
Honestly, I put the pain of the trauma above the strength of the drug.
Okay.
Because it's a lot easier to get addicted to something in smaller doses when you're, doing microdoses to feel happy or feel better about yourself or take the pain away from your daily life versus, doing a stronger drug, because you don't have ready access to stronger drugs. Like, you got to pay $200 for 2 ounces of crack. And it's like, I don't got that much money. I'm just spouting prices.
No, you cooking.
I'm just spouting prices.
You cooking.
So, I don't have that much money. I ain't gonna do this. But Alk, the liquor store, is right there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that. My weed dealer I got like this much for like $80. I'm dependent on it now because it made me feel good. You know, the smaller things are easier to get addicted to. Cigarettes, weed, alcohol, everything that's readily available in this market of death.
Facts. Even gambling.
Yo,
Gambling is also a very intensive addiction.
Yeah, that's a real habit.
Snatch you up real quick.
Oh, and then let's not talk about the worst kind of addiction.
Yeah, I knew it.
10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes.
I got you. But
Could you say the question?
yes. How much of addiction is due to individual choices, and how much is biology and trauma related?
All right. I think it's more so biology, in my own opinion, because you could try a drug. No, matter of fact, it might be the other way around, because you could try a drug and you'd be like, you know what, this is not for me. Only just off the simple fact that like you don't like how it makes you feel, or you just don't like it. But you could also just try a drug and be like, for example, like medical marijuana or like weed. Like sometimes it's like it makes you feel good, but it's like there's no bad side effects really to it. They say, So it's like, okay, you feel comfortable with that. So I think it's more so like what kind of person you are. Like I don't understand like crack addicts and stuff, so I can't really get into that.
Oh yeah,
like,
I think that's
because you ain't never tried crack.
Yeah, exactly.
We are not doing crack.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I
to
don't
even get to that
like,
point where you're trying it is already
you down the slope.
Yeah.
But how do you even get to that slope?
We should try crack and see who gets addicted.
All right, that's not going.
So
to
right, and hear me out on this one. No.
What the fuck?
Yeah, end this discussion.
But for sure. But how you feeling, Nas?
For me, I was thinking about this for a good minute. So they say how much of addiction is due to individual choices. I feel like it's 50-50 for the choices. Like it's either your individual choices or like we were talking about before, peer pressure. So I feel like it can go like either way. But like I don't really have like an in-depth question answer on that.
No, it's fine, nigga.
But for the biology versus trauma related, I feel like it's like 90% trauma related.
Yeah.
And then like 10% biology. Because I don't feel like let's say maybe you have a parent that's addicted to some type of drug. I don't feel like that's really gonna pass to you. Like you're probably just seeing that from them, and then maybe like maybe they're doing something to you physically that's like just traumatizing you, and then you end up like on the drug and like it makes you feel good. So you're like, this helps me escape from the reality. And every time I take it, I'm like, okay, I need it so I can not feel this depression. So I don't feel like real life hitting me all at once. I need to stay on this drug because it makes me feel good. So I feel like it's mostly just based off of like trauma, whatever you may be going through. And like you just need that trauma to escape from reality. It doesn't even have to be drugs. It could be video games. You just like want to play video games all day because you don't want to have to think about responsibilities. Maybe you're like in a whole bunch of fucking debt, and you're like, "Fuck, that's a lot to think about." Let's go play this fucking game. Exactly.
Escape.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Or
2K,
drink,
Apex,
or
whatever you
smoke,
Yep.
or pop a pill. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
I feel
Whatever
like
addiction,
it's just
yeah.
trauma related.
All right, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I think it's 30-70. 30%, yeah. 30% like individual choices, and then 70% more of the like the trauma related stuff, because that's the same way how like you don't directly like the game isn't what's ruining you. It's like, well, I'm choosing this game as my substance. I'm choosing this escape, like you were saying. And it's like the main thing that I also like, the reason why we're here is to like to teach people like it's okay to like apply yourself. It's okay to use these things, but like to have it use you would be the problem. There's different ways to like, hey, look, recreational weed, stuff that's good for like sports, rehabilitation, and everything as well. Drinking casually. We're not saying go ahead, get yourself a 40 ounce. Nah, don't get yourself
competitively.
Yeah, facts. Like we're like that is. It's just like, nah, man. Enjoy the fact that like this is what it gives. There's healthy alternative. There's mocktails, and all of these things. A lot of the wines that we taste, we drink, have natural properties that are good for you, for helping with serotonin, like help you with detoxing, de-stressing, and everything.
Good for your heart.
And it's good for your heart.
Cortisol levels.
Not to derail anything, but I just want to know how many cells before you had to try the crack.
No. Nigga, he fuck around, he empty his bank account.
2,500. Nah, I'm not gonna set a number.
We're gonna be tight because it's gonna be one day we're gonna hit a certain amount. It's like, you remember that
So
crack?
so when y'all trying that crack,
boom, it's like a kilo at the studio talking about, all right, y'all.
So yeah, we delivered this illegal substance directly to your studio for you to try in a controlled environment.
No,
On camera.
on camera. Yeah, right.
In
Like,
front of a bunch of people.
He said, I don't know if I want to promote drug use.
look, man. First of all, it's going to happen. Let me not even pretend that. Like, let's be 100%
The crack?
transparent. No, no, but a form of drug, some form of substance, some form of usage. And the same way how we're talking about a matter of like how much you let things use you, how much access you have towards things, will be the difference between actual. Hey, look, this is me using this. This is me taking a part of. This is abuse. And it can be abused or abusive on all terms. So in the sense of like, hey, look, you might find yourself, you might smoke once or twice, you're like, this was cool. All right, cool. If you find that, you choose that to be your vice, learn moderation and control. We come here.
That's real.
We drink. We have a good time. We still stay hydrated. We all have healthy lifestyles. We all do things We all do things that'll actually have you engaged, influenced, and working on yourself to the fact of like, hey, if I need that fallback because life is too intense, boom, I have this one thing. That's why I said 30-70. 70 is the trauma. There's things in you like, damn, this is hard. And you might have to fall back on that when it's hard times. But the other half is find a community, find your people, find somebody to talk to, engage with who might have a similar problem. Like, for example, your drinking buddy, you don't necessarily have to go for drinks every time, but you can come together, play a game of golf or whatever the fuck it is, talk about your problems, and the drink is what got y'all together.
Golf? What are we, white?
Tiger Woods. But low-key, I disagree.
Ooh, but
He said podcasting is worse for society than any drug, so.
good. Now get everybody hooked on this. Anyway.
Every man
But yeah,
has to
you're
start
saying
a podcast.
30% individual choices, 70% trauma and biology?
Yes.
I lean heavily opposite way. I feel like it's 90% your individual choices, 10% your environment. Even though I get it, the environment, the trauma, all of that stuff is real. And that's hard to go through. And seeing people do that, like I had similar things where people in my family have done like hard drugs and like got caught up or even sold drugs or just been in that world. And I know people I went to high school with that have even passed away. Like it's sad to see and like to be close to those people in those environments, but I still feel like at the end of the day, we're all born at a certain time in a certain place for whatever purpose that we don't know that's bigger than us, and we're all supposed to go through these experiences no matter how hard they are. That's what builds your character. That's what makes you you. So in the right moment, you can be who you need to be. And you can tell that story. Like, think about every celebrity, famous person. They all have a story about how they were down bad on something crazy.
Wow, shit.
Everybody that's getting drafted in the NFL, they always got like a 5-minute story about how traumatic their whole life is, but now they're first overall. Some offensive tackle, random dude. You know what I mean? Like, so those experiences, I feel like you got to make the choice to say, you know, even though I'm seeing all this, I have to know what's best. Especially, I mean, it's hard, but like it goes back to having the right people around that can tell you what's right or wrong. And even if you don't have those people, finding a source for that somewhere. But I think it leans on that. We still have free will at the end of the day. So you got to make that individual choice to say no, or I'm doing this instead.
For sure. I mean, look, it's the good thing about this is the fact that we have like a difference of like levels, so people can understand our reasoning for things and then apply to theirs. Because realistically, we can say, fuck it, it's 100% like willpower. People don't just get addicted to crack. Crack,
No, I mean,
crack is just,
that's why
it's like,
10% is still like, yo, like
That's a
you
lot.
have to know, like, don't even mess with that, because that 10% is crack. Like, if I did crack, I'd be addicted.
Yeah.
That 10% is crack.
Yeah, you're not just doing crack once. You did crack once, you died.
You're done.
Everybody does it either
You're
several
going back.
times
So
or
how do you
like.
get to that point where it's like, oh, let's try crack?
Do you see what I'm saying?
That's the individual choice though.
That's how-
like you have to say, I'm not trying crack.
If you are in a crack house, then it's not Nike
You like
no more.
leave. You have to choose to leave.
This ain't a crack house. This is a crack home.
And then like, you're surrounded by
Fiends?
different people.
Fiend.
Like, nah, I'm good. I'll catch you though. Yeah,
Fresh shit
peace.
to try crack.
In fact, he's just like, damn, yo, what's that over there? Getting
It's
that
time
sugar?
to go.
That's ain't sugar, bro. I'm gonna head out though, gang.
Yeah.
No. That's coke. There's a difference between crack and crack cocaine.
Yeah, my bad, gang. I'm having no.
There's a difference between crack rock and crack powder, nigga. You take a bump.
Look, man. Long story short, I think we all like come to the senses like, yeah, we get it. It's a problem that's gonna be present, but there needs to be like an actual initialization on your own end. There needs to be some realization about like, hey, look, where you are and what's going on. We get it. We have medicine for that. The medical industry is selling shit to help people with depression, and those are drugs. All right, you're right. To make them more depressed. I'm sorry. But like,
no, you're
to
not
get them
even
hooked
wrong.
on a
You're not
subscription
even wrong.
that costs
Side effects-
thousands of dollars.
Side effects include increased suicidal
Oh my
ideation. Like,
While they're playing volleyball and stuff, like everything is
Exactly.
fine and dandy. They eating ice cream,
liver
talking about I'm gonna have
bleeding.
diarrhea that has blood in it. Like, get out of my face.
you are the medical help.
Seek help if you experience death.
I'm gone. I can't. There's no run back.
I'm out. What do you?
Like,
Niles vanished.
That is. But do you see why we're having these talks with you guys of like, yo, there's the energy involved in yourself and the people around you, and there's the action you take to either maintain that or reach a certain level. We need to be more cognitive as a people as to how the fuck we interact with people, how we deal with other people's wants and needs when they like coincide and interact with us, how we make shit function, and how we keep ourselves whole.
It's about that time.
All right, bet.
Not to cut you off.
I don't know, for sure. But honestly speaking, you guys, I appreciate y'all for coming in, for enjoying this time, this talk. I'm glad we was able to get this actual conversation in, because it's not easy to talk about. And some people are afraid to have these conversations. Some people don't have anybody to talk to about it.
No.
And it's, well, no, that was just about y'all. He's bullying that. But these are something that need to be said, that brought out to a lot more people in general. So we're gonna have these tough conversations, and if you need to have a drink while you do it, that's what we're here for. We're dumb, drunk, and delusional for a reason, but we're working on getting better as a whole. That's kind of what we do here. So, like I said, if you guys are new to here, make sure you either like follow or you subscribe, so that way you can come in for these talks and discussions. They won't always be as heavy, but they're always gonna be at least lighthearted for y'all to learn a little bit something, you know, to talk about your little delusional moments, to have a nice little vibe, and that's
We're
fine.
dumb, drunk, and healing.
Yeah, yeah, at least now.
That's real.
There you go. And look,
It's a journey.
It's a journey. It's fine. We all have different methods, different ways to get here. Just because we have like, you know, different paths and shit doesn't mean somebody has the right answer.
Facts.
Come share your answer with us. Drop it in chat. You can find us on IG. We hit DMs. We drop some comments in the videos, man. Talk to us, man. We real when we real people. And if you guys are interested, let us know. If you got something you want to say, you got something off your chest or something, you guys can find us in the chats. We're going to be doing, well, soon enough, we're going to be taking live calls. So if you guys want, when you're at home, if you don't want to make it to the couch, hop on, man. We'll send you a little link. We can have a nice little chat, and we can learn from here.
Just don't confess to a murder.
Yeah, facts. Don't do that. No. I don't know who's listening. Bad enough they heard crack 17 times, and I don't know how.
Right?
I don't know how
Somebody
is listening.
DEA is tapped in.
FBI, open up.
No, please. But honestly, guys, I appreciate you guys. It's about that time. We're hitting our mark. But it was a pleasure having everybody. It was a pleasure for you joining my couch today, brother. You need to come back again.
I'll definitely.
Yeah, and you basically work here, so you still get a handshake. But fuck you. You literally my brother. Piece of shit. I love you guys.
I love you too, nigga.
Man, you also my brother.
Always a pleasure.
Man,
Actually,
come on, brother.
appreciate you having me.
But it's your boys at the DDD podcast. We signing out for the night. I got it's
Ozzy_physique.
Ozzy_physique. You have anything you want to shout out to IG or anything?
Yeah,
or no?
my Instagram, Shine Moonlight.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
My IG is the Fluffy Sun. You could also catch me on castingcall.club at the Big Fluff.
All right. Hopefully, you already know me. I know who Iceman is by now, bro.
That's Future. What?
That's Future for real.
Nas Amiri, aka Iceman Mir, Iceman.Mir on the gram. And you already know we going up on the podcast. And we're going to keep it going 4th of July weekend. Throwing a big single release party.
Hell yeah.
About to be crazy at the Delancey. Make sure you pull up. The link is in my bio. So tap in. RSVP.
Y'all heard that. The Delancey. We're going to be outside and we are going to be live.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to be signing out. If y'all not there at the event, bro, I'm going to come find y'all. Let me start.
Slacking.
Yeah, come on now. What we doing?